Hello everyone, this is Tormuse, and today, picking up where I left off in Doki Doki Club Meetings, mod for Doki Doki Literature Club, yeah, let's just jump right into it. And I hope okay, good. The numbers are gone. I may have permanently fixed that. I think saving the game while the numbers were not there seems to have corrected the issue where they were those little debug things were there. Numbers vanish. Yeah. Hey, welcome to the stream, Dev. How's it going? Anyway, yeah. So we just done episodes 1 and 2. Oh, great. I guess that's 13 and 14. So we're up to 15 now. I I labeled the stream season 2 part 3. Hopefully that doesn't cause confusion. Anyway, yeah, episode 15. Here we go. Yuri chats with the player. Yeah. Yuri's made presents. So there you go. That's the right one. BGC, welcome to the stream. Numbers Kun, not like this. Sure. Yuri chats with the player. Sayori feels a little off. Uh-oh. Kenzo gets academic counseling and Natsuki hosts the newlywed game? Okay. So Kenzo's making a return, apparently. Numbers Kun, have you met my friend Truck Kun? Alright, moving on. Yeah. The way Miss Ida left off in the last episode, I'm sort of presuming she's going to make a return. Not just because she has a new sprite, but I mean, I can't imagine you would have introduced a character, gone through all the trouble of giving her new sprites just to get rid of her after one episode. So, anyway, 7:29. Probably have another 10 minutes at least until Sayori's here. Should I bug her right at 7:30 like she asked me to, or wait until the usual time? If she asks you to, then just do it. Why wouldn't you? Anyway, probably best to let her sleep in a little. She never gets enough sleep. Oh, in the meantime... In the meantime, I wonder what I should get for lunch today. I could get the... Sayori? Hi, MC. You're up early today. Am I? I thought this was when I was supposed to meet you. Well, yeah, but it's just that you usually come out a lot later. I guess that's true. How are you feeling today? Okay, I guess. I'm glad to hear it, bud. So he runs his hand through Sayori's hair, but she has no reaction other than looking at his hand. Seems she's not her chipper self. How did her therapy session go? I wonder. Because, yeah, last episode she did finally go to therapy. Anyway. Are you sure you're okay? Not feeling depressed or anything? Don't start, MZ. Well, I mean, okay. I mean, she did kind of try. She did lobotomize you earlier, so it's Terry having the very definition of a normal one. Yeah, there you go. I mean, like, on the one hand, you know, she probably doesn't want to have, I mean, okay, she has said as much, that she doesn't want to make every conversation about her depression. On the other hand, yeah, there was the whole lobotomy thing, so it's maybe worth asking. Probably could have phrased it in a better way, though. Could have said something like, hey, how was your therapy session, maybe, you know? Oh well, moving on. I guess I'd have to think about it. Do I feel depressed right now? Oh wow, switching perspectives mid-scene. Switching internal monologues. Reading cards. It's hard to say. I think I still am depressed, but I don't feel depressed. Like, I still have, I guess, all these depressive thoughts about me being a bad person, but I don't feel bad about it, weirdly. No, is she taking medication? Or maybe... Questions, moving on. To be honest, I don't feel much of anything right now. Just normal, I guess. Is that why you didn't react at all when I touched you? Yeah, I think so. Like, I think I should have been excited about it, but I just wasn't. It was just, you were touching me. It's kind of weird. I'm not sure how to explain it. It's like I'm outside myself, and I still know everything that I know, like, rationally. I just don't feel any of it because I'm not there. I mean, I mean, like my first thought was maybe like maybe her therapist prescribed antidepressants or something, but this is not from this is not a typical response to antidepressants. Like antidepressants don't like beep boop take away your personality. Although I know I mean I don't know, speaking for myself, who I have qualms about taking antidepressants or any medication really. I mean, particularly any medication that's going to like alter the way I think or feel. That's the fear, like that is it going to make me not me anymore? But I mean, in my experience, like it doesn't have like this kind of drastic effect. So I kind of wonder if there's something else going on here. Like I kind of I half wonder if like Yuri altered her or something. I mean, like, oh, you're gonna lobotomize me? Well, here, I'm gonna lobotomize you. Um, I don't know. Chat is conspicuously quiet. Don't spoil anything. I'm just speculating. um, but yeah, I don't know. Just sounding very detached and stuff. I'm eating whoops. Oh no, it's okay. I'm not saying you have to chat constantly or anything. I'm just conspicuous silence indeed. um, anyway, moving on. But yeah, feeling like she's not there is Sorry, I'm not sure this is making any sense. No, I think I kind of get it. You think it's because of the medication they're having you try? Yeah, probably. I can't think of anything else that would be. I mean, okay, if she's taking medication, then okay, there's her answer, I guess. Although, it's only been a week. In universe time, antidepressants don't work that fast. They take time to build up in your systems. But, anyway, moving on. I mean, well, you should let the doctor know to change it then. It doesn't seem like this is working well for you. I don't know. I'm kind of okay with it. Even though you don't feel anything? Yeah. Not feeling anything is nice. Well, I think your goal ought to be feeling good things. Do you want to get going now? It feels weird to be on time and not have to hurry. I don't really want to, no. But it is the thing we're supposed to do now, I guess. That's an interesting way of parsing it. Focus change fail? Yeah, I wasn't going to comment on it. Shoot, what was I going to say? Yeah, not feeling anything is nice. I mean, from her perspective of like having like the rain clouds and stuff, that I can imagine that the that change could be welcome. I'm reminded of I have a friend who I'm gonna say has a lot of like a history of traumatic experiences, and they can like they basically they need like marijuana to get to sleep each night. And I remember visiting them one time, and I don't know, they have a particular strain of marijuana that induces like like a mild amnesic effect, so you don't remember things. And I don't know. I tried a bit of it while I was there, and it was very disconcerting, and also kind of sad in the sense of the realization that this is what they need to be able to sleep. Just trying to imagine what they've gone through, but that is preferable to their normal experiences. So I can sort of understand where Sayori is coming from. I mean, like, I say it was disconcerting. Like, we were watching a movie. I was unable to follow the movie at all because I was like unable to remember what happened in previous scenes. Very disconcerting. Drugs have different effects on everyone. Yeah, I'm not a fan of marijuana. I mean, if it's your thing, whatever, you know, whatever floats your boat. I'm just I don't like it. It's it doesn't affect me the way it seems to affect other people. No, it's not my thing. Yeah, people say that it's supposed to be relaxing. Hey, Procube, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Sorry I'm late. Oh, you're fine. I'm just in the middle of a tangent, as usual. But no, it's just what am I trying to say here? Yeah, I hear lots of people say that it's supposed to be relaxing, but I don't feel that at all. Like the you know the few times that I've tried it, it just like it makes my heart rate accelerate. It just goes boom 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 boom. I remember like being with my friend at the time, and I was like, you know, like feel this. I put her hand on my chest, and she's like whoa, what is your heart doing? You know, it's yeah, not relaxing at all. I don't enjoy it. It's not fun. That's apparently that's just me. I don't know. Some people have that reaction, I guess. Hypothetically, if I had tried it once, then hypothetically I just felt weird and like my brain wasn't working right. Yeah. Been going well, writing more stuff as usual. Cool. Yeah. I mean, I see your comments and updates and stuff. So yeah. Hypothetically, of course, have never committed a criminal. Yeah. Well, it's legal here in Canada, so. So haha, I can speak freely about it. they're like dispensaries out there and everything. Like marijuana dispensaries. I have that problem. It makes me super unfocused in a way I don't like much. Yeah. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that whole feeling. Prefer to have my mind sharp. Anyway, moving right along. Oh yeah, sorry. Before I move on, I will say that MC, you may have a bit of a point here. Like, it is an option to discuss dosages with your doctor. Like, if this is too high a dose, so to the point that you're feeling nothing, that can be adjusted so you can still you know, feel something. I mean, it depends on what kind of antidepressant you're taking. Like the most common is the SSRI inhibitor, whatever it's called, the selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, SSRI. Yeah. The upshot of it is it's to make sure your lows don't get too low. You still feel things, but the lows don't go too low. Like the low end of your mood. Like if this is at the point where Sayori is actually feeling nothing at all, she might be like at a too high end of the dose. But I don't know. Maybe for her this is better. You know, like just stave off the lobotomies. Of the other her club members. Anyway, moving right along. But it is the thing we're supposed to do now, I guess, so we should probably get going. I'm kind of worried for you, Sayori. Yes, you often are. Haha, yeah. It's just, I don't think I've seen you smile yet today, and that's strange. Maybe, but I don't feel awful. So in a way, I'm better than I've ever been. I remember you told me that I was okay to act normally around you, and not put up a false show of happiness. Is that still true? Ooh, good question, Sayori. Of course it is. I don't ever want to have you have to feel like you have to put effort into putting up a front for me. You to have to feel like, okay. It's just strange that this is how you really feel right now. It'll take me some time to get used to it. I understand. We should probably get moving. Yeah. Well, we're here with 50 minutes to spare. I don't actually know what to do with the time. We could go to our first classes and study. You look surprised. I don't think I've ever heard you suggest studying as a way to pass the time before. Well, we're at school. That's what we're supposed to do, right? Study? Yeah, I guess so. Hey, can I ask kind of a weird question? Of course. So, I know you're saying you can't really feel anything right now, but do you still love me? Or can you not feel that either right now? I don't feel it right now because I don't feel anything. But I know for a fact that I love you anyway. The feeling is still there, I know. I just can't get at it. So don't worry. If there's anything at all I know for sure about myself, it's that I love you. That will always be true even when I'm feeling weird. Thank you, that's good to know. Well, I'm going to head to my class. To, study, I guess. I love you too, Cinnamon Bun. MC plants a kiss on Sayori's forehead and walks away. Not sure if it's better to lose both depression and love or to have both depression and love. Sure is. insert Fry from Futurama meme. Sure is nice to have a break from depression, though. Hey, Sayori. Hello, Monica. How are you feeling today? MC and I were just talking about that. I don't really feel much of anything today. I started doing therapy, see, and you started seeing a therapist. Oh, Sayori, that's such wonderful news. Monica hugs Sayori tight. I'm glad to hear that. How's it been going? Okay, I guess. Close possible to narrowing Fry eyes, yeah. Okay, I guess. I've been taking some medication for my depression, but so far it just keeps me from feeling anything. Like, I feel like I'm outside myself and looking at myself, kind of. I don't really feel anything that I should, so it's kind of weird. But at the same time, it's nice to not have my depression screaming in my ear all the time. Well, hopefully that's something that can be fixed over time, but it's nice to hear that you're getting any kind of break from your depression. So, how long have you been feeling like this? Or not feeling like this, I guess. A couple of days or so? The doctor told me this might happen. It's kind of weird. I feel more neutral earlier than in the day. And then later in the day, I get a little looser, I think. But my depression still doesn't come back, which I like. Well, that's really good news. I actually came to ask you for something later in the day. What's that? Well, it occurs to me that we've spent a lot of time together since the incident. The incident. Is that what we're calling it now? Not the noodle incident, but the incident. I'm fixing things, working on problems, trying to hold the others together. But we haven't spent much time together just as friends. And that's a shame because we were so close before, you know? And I'd still like us to be. So I was wondering if you want to do a sleepover today. Oh, neat. Sleepover. sleepover. It's a little funny because in Turquoise, Sayori keeps inviting Monica over for sleepovers. That's what she calls it. And anyway, moving on. Yeah, I'd really like that. Would you? Actually, platonic sleepover. Yeah, I know. I think. But yes, do you want me to come over after school? Yeah. Oh, MC will be fine walking home by himself for one day, right? Yes, he'll be fine. Yuri will probably walk home with him anyway. So, what do you want to do during the sleepover anyway? Oh, whatever you want, really. We can study, do nails, talk about boys, or one boy in particular, if you like. I just like to spend some time with you, and I'll probably be... Okay, that phrase, probably be, is so awkward to get your tongue around. It's like, it's the 3 B sounds in a row. Like, no complaining against the mod, it's just that particular phrase in general. Anyway, moving on. And I'll probably be pretty stressed out later today. I have to have my first big student council meeting about the club. And I'll probably want to spend some time decompressing. And I can't think of a better way to do that than in your company. Yeah, that sounds nice. I have an idea, though. I'll need to grab some clothes and a toothbrush and everything, so why don't you stop by my house after school? Okay, so Monica's going to be joining them. That way I can still walk with MC. It's adorable that you're still doing everything you can for him, even though you're a bit out of it. Well, I do need that change of clothes and stuff, but yeah, that's what I was talking about with him when you came up. Even though I have trouble feeling it, I know I still love him, and that's kind of comforting. I bet it is. Alright, I'll drive down to your house after school then. I could give you guys a ride, but you probably enjoy the walk, huh? Yeah, we do. I'll see you there then. Have a good day. You too. I almost forgot the POV of Club Beings was third-person omniscient, and I was like, damn, MC is really just sitting through all this. Yeah, nope, that's how the mod goes. Anyway, okay, wow. Miss Ida and Kenzo, so we got the two OCs. Well, the two OCs that have art so far in this mod. Side character conversation, indeed. Hi, Kenzo. Thanks for getting this out of the way quickly. These little admin meetings are such a pain. Yeah, they're pretty bad. Just glad to get it done with. Alright, let's see here. I'm supposed to review current academic performance, and then follow up in a later meeting with recommendations for improvement, if any. So let's review your current academic performance. Let's see. You're doing pretty well in math, mostly B's and some B minuses. Doing great in PE and Japanese, A grades there. You're getting a B in my class right now, and you had a little trouble in bio last year, got a C minus there. Looks like A's and B's in the various social studies classes. So you're involved in basketball and doing well there, that's great. But not doing so well in English, I see. Yeah, that's always been kind of a tough subject for me. Yeah, relatable. I mean, I have a perfectly good grasp of English, I just don't like writing essays and stuff, which is a bit ironic when I do that basically for fun now. But I don't know, the format of school essays is weird and restrictive. I'm not a fan of that. Personally, I think the way it's taught in schools, it's not just overly it's not just overly restrictive. It's it actually works to the detriment of the effectiveness of the essay. You speak perfect English, Kenzo. Haha, yeah. Oh well. Anyway, moving on. That's always been kind of a tough subject for me. Well, a D minus is kind of a problem. Why do you think you struggle with this topic? I'm not really sure, actually. I mostly speak pretty good English. It's just advanced English I can't focus much in because we stopped talking about the language itself so much instead of talking about grammar and vocabulary, read and talk about usages and stuff. I guess I have trouble focusing on that because it doesn't seem like learning the language. Well, it's still something you need to take seriously. I know, it's just tough. Now it's even worse because I'm already doing so badly. That kind of takes away a lot of the motivation to try and drag the grade up much, you know? Wow, this is like the most character development we've seen Kenzo have in like this whole mod. Or character establishment. I don't know. So I mean, up till now he's just been like the guy who likes cars. This English in the language arts sense. There's just time I could be spending on my car. Or the foreign language sense. No, that's a good question. Spooky Waters. I don't know. I mean, I think we established that this takes place in quote Japan unquote. So, did everyone inspire you to create compelling scenes such as this realistic student-teacher grade review? Advanced class which teaches ESL via literature. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because English is a second language in this case. I can understand that, but you need to keep working hard. Who's your English teacher? Mr. Williams. Ah, that's good news at least. I know him well. Maybe we can find a way for you to get some extra credit or get caught up. I'll talk to him and see what we can do. But if we get you caught up a little bit, you'll need to start working harder. You're a very promising student, Kenzo. But if colleges see a wide array of grades like this, they'll think you're a student that only applies himself selectively. So it's important to keep all your grades as high as you can. Yes, Miss Ida. Don't you yes, Miss Ida me. I'm on your side in this. Really. I really do think it would be a good idea for you to keep up that grade as high as you can. But I do understand that it can seem really discouraging once it's already low. I'll talk to Mr. Williams about it, okay? And hopefully we'll talk about some way you can get a bit of credit. It's a lot less discouraging to pull a C plus to a B than a D minus to a B. That's true. Thanks for your help, Miss Ida. I didn't really mean to complain so much, it's just a hard class for me. Of course. I'll talk to Mr. Williams sometime later this week or early next week. And I'll let you know what he says. Just make sure you take advantage. Don't make me look bad by asking him for a favor for you and then wasting it. I won't, I promise. Good to hear. Off with you now. We'll talk again soon. Maybe I can kill two birds with one stone here. Kenzo needs help appreciating English. He's having trouble not with the language itself, but with appreciation and literature. And I'd like to learn more about the Literature Club without being too creepy. You might have crossed that bridge already, Miss Ida. You already made everyone in the Literature Club uncomfortable by, like, sitting in one of their sessions and, like, poking super nosy questions. Yeah, if only there were a Literature Club, yeah. Dev, how come Kenzo has no red text box? Good question. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that could work. I mean, he gave Miss Ida the gray text box. Yeah. For that matter, I mean, I kind of feel like maybe the default text box shouldn't be pink, just so that there's something to distinguish it from Natsuki's text box, which is pink. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Miss Ida is continuing to be nosy to the surprise of nobody. Moving right along. Plus, the students in the Literature Club seem very bright. They'd probably be able to broaden Kenzo's mind as to literature. That's... But, you know, Kenzo's, like, Sayori's ex. There's so many ways this can go wrong. But, okay. Incoming drama, perhaps. Probably would go back and make it white or something if I were starting all over again. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit late to course correct at this point, I suppose. It's not a big deal anyway. They should consistently with icon. Yeah. Anyway. Although he and Sayori are exes, aren't they? Oh, she knows. Okay. Are exes, aren't they? Maybe that would be too awkward. And I shouldn't do this just because I'm curious about the Literature Club either. Let's see. Would I do this even if I didn't have any interest in the Literature Club? ... Yes, I think I would. It really is what he needs, so it is just a happy coincidence for me. But first, I'll need to talk to Mr. Williams. He'll need to sign off on this, and I should probably try to get Monica to sign off on this too. Or maybe not? I don't want them to feel weirded out by my interest. Maybe best to just have Kenzo approach them and explain he needs extra credit. Oh, there you go. Very crafty, Miss Ida. No, I really should approach Monica myself, and hopefully that'll work out for the best. It's strange. Really liked visiting them last week. It took a little more creative part of my brain that I haven't used in a long time. And remind me of back when I used to have more friends. Oh no. Miss Ida forever alone. Delightfully devilish Miss Ida lol. Yeah. Anyway, back before I started the never-ending grind to get to the spot, I miss that feeling that familiar with people. I really envy them. Hopefully they appreciate what they have, how important it is that they enjoy every moment of it before they lose it. But enough of that, let's focus on the next class. The The roof is sparsely populated. As the weather cools down, most of the students start congregating inside during breaks. Strangely, Yuri is nowhere to be seen. Her normal spot is... Stop music. Hmm? Play music T here. Scene Fortress? Okay. Sorry, that was me, of course. Yes. No, her normal spot says completely empty. I know, but what if I were to send in an observer and disguise him as an extra credit seeker? Yeah. Started at the bottom, now we still at the bottom, huh, Ida? Yeah. Sorry, that was me, of course. Thought I would give you a little surprise. Might as well as long as I can while I'm the club president. So I came here to eat lunch and set up on the roof. It's actually much better for days when I'm feeling like I want isolation. Anyway, it's great to see you. We haven't really seen each other since the summer when you came with me to the aquarium. Sorry, I always feel a little weird pulling the game over to me. It feels a little selfish every time I do it. But I just wanted to talk to you about things. Monica said she was able to pick your brain about stuff over the break. And it sounded like... Well, it sounded more like we picked her brain. But whatever. It sounded like it was a really interesting conversation. Some pretty interesting things have happened since the term started, and I'd like your advice. Honestly, some pretty interesting things have happened even today. Is that so, Yuri? Ida, sometimes you need a little wishful thinking just to keep on living? Aw. Aw. Hey, Jack Marine, welcome to the stream. Oh, I remember this scene? Uh-oh. That sounds ominous. Okay, interesting things happened today, eh? Okay, do tell, Yuri. I haven't been directly watching, but I know more or less what's been happening. Monica will be troubled by what's happening with Miss Ida. But, hey, where are my manners? It's much more polite to let you control the conversation in situations like this. Can I ask your advice about these topics? Any order you want. Oh yeah? It's one of these? We get to go through all the options? So, Miss Ida, Sayori's affect, your mod idea, Monica and the student council, or you? You're helpfully smashing the fourth wall for you? Yeah. Monica and the student council? Yeah, we didn't find out what happened with that meeting, did we? Well, I mean, Yuri just mentioned Miss Ida, so we might as well start with that, I guess. Ah, yes. We've been troubled by the question of what to do about Miss Ida. Given how kind and curious she is, I've wanted to bring her into the fold, so to speak. But all the others are against it, so I haven't been fighting them on it. Especially Monica. She doesn't want other people to know. She thinks it's kindness to them. What do you think? Agree with you, agree with Monica, wait and see? Well, I mean... the rest of season 2 and season 3 are written, so it's like I don't think my choice is going to have any effect on anything here. But I mean, as I said before, I mean, introducing a new character into amongst people who know what's really going on is a huge decision, and I mean, like how much do they tell her? Do they like make her president to really show her the world, or what? And for that matter, if they're going to go that far, that's an incredible display of trust. Considering again, Sayori had that power and she attempted to lobotomize everyone as a misguided way to help everyone. Yeah. Not the only thing it said. So, haha, yeah. Waiting to write what happens right now based on what you chose here. Yeah, of course. So I mean, like, basically letting Ida in is a huge decision. You don't want to take lightly. I mean, I don't know, she seems trustworthy enough in the service, I guess, but that's like, there are different levels of trust, Sayori's someone you trusted really highly. She still tried to do the lobotomy thing, Which again, I know I keep harping on it, but it was that big a betrayal of trust. Like, you know, it's like I can't overstate it enough, you know? So the prospect of bringing someone else in, an unknown who wasn't even part of the original game, uh, that's something you want to be super cautious about. Like I'm not saying it's, you know, wrong per se. I'm kind of in the wait and see camp, I suppose. You know, like leaning towards agree with Monica, but I sort of, I guess, more wait and see. I think I can go with wait and see. That's probably wisest. She sure is a curious one, isn't she? She might find out on her own, left to her own devices. That probably wouldn't be good. Yeah. If she gets that far, we'll probably need to talk to her. Or alternately, we should never let her get that far. Still, it would be nice to have more people to talk to about everything, and get some different perspectives. But I don't want to hurt anyone to do so, so we'll see. Can I ask your advice about these topics anywhere you want? Hmm. So, is this alternately? Yeah, alternately instead of alternatively. I would have said alternatively, but alternately I think is still, you know, is a perfectly cromulent expression. Uh, it's a perfectly cromulent word. Um, Valid enough, yeah. Is this that choice sequence where like you manually reduced each choice, Dev, and you have like 20 different paths depending on what order the player chose them in, instead of, you know, just having it loop like a sane person who knows how Renpai works. Anyway, moving on. I'll go with Sayori's affect. Yes, she's experiencing a common side effect when first taking medication. Teehee, yeah. Yeah, I don't think it was this one because we've had reducing menus before. Have we though? Dev indicated that the reducing menus was done manually, not the. Oh, we have. Oh, okay. But not reduced. You know, the 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 um, the clever way using the code where it takes out the option when you loop the menu. It's the one in episode 1 that is a travesty. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. Common side effect. Is it that common though? I mean, okay, like the it is common for there to be fluctuations in the person's mood um, before medication levels stabilize. Because like it excuse me. Um, like when you first start taking antidepressants, it takes time for the medication to build up in your system, and then you're in addition to the medication having an effect on your body reacts to it, and sometimes it'll like counteract it, and then there's this just sort of push pull between them. And there's this fluctuation until it stabilizes. Sometimes you actually get more depressed when you first start the antidepressant, and then and your mood improves after that. Um, it's that's the common side effect that I've heard of medication. I mean, that's the one they warn about. It's like when you first start taking it, be careful. You might feel a bit more depressed before you get better. Um, but this side effect of like being unable to feel emotion, I'm not aware of that being a common side effect. Oh no, I dropped the pen I've been fidgeting with. if, just a pen that this is just, you know, just sorry, autistic stimming moment. I'm just fidgeting with things on my desk here. Uh, um, Surprisingly common. Muted affect happens extremely often. You are quite right that having it happen in a week would be very rare, though. On my antidepressant back despite not being depressed because I want that muted affect. Okay. But I need diazepam to take with it because of that side effect you mentioned of being more depressed before being better. Yeah, exactly. It's something you want to be cautious about for sure. And that's why I say it is important. Like you don't want to be taking medication and not seeing a therapist. Like you want them both at the same time. You want a third person to be monitoring you to make sure that you aren't going completely off the rails as a result of medication overdose, underdose, or weird effects happening. Anyway, moving on. She's experiencing a common side effect when first taking medication, especially for depression. I'm a little troubled that she's resistant to talking to her doctor about adjusting the dose. I mean, it could be it could just be that she needs time. Like it could just be like it is only a week. It's only been a week. It takes time for these things to stabilize. It might be a few weeks before she really actually knows what the effect of the medication is. Um, like it, like antidepressant medication is not something you can just try for a week and then decide not to take it. Like you have to commit yourself. Like when I went on antidepressants myself, my doctor told me ahead of time, like this isn't something you can like try one and then say I don't like that, and then try another one and say I don't like that. Like you have to commit yourself for like 6 weeks or something, something like that to really get a feel for how it feels when your mood is stabilized while on the drug, and then have some time to assess how does this feel and stuff, and like do I want to continue with it. So yeah, like 1 week in, it's certainly worth communicating to her doctor that she's feeling that way, but it's probably too early to talk about adjusting the dose. So I would not be concerned personally. Like I would not be concerned about her being reluctant to talk to adjust the dose. Hey, Slay Rabbit, welcome to the stream. How's it going? BGC, but that's half a season. We don't have time for that. Yeah. Anyway, I should move on. That should be a normal part of the process, so she can adjust and be able to have a normal, healthy mental state. Hopefully MC should be able to help her. Do you think she'll talk to her doctor? Yes, on her own. Yes, with MC's help. She might not. Why don't you talk to her? Okay. Why don't you talk to her option? I'm slightly concerned about the fact that everyone's coming up to Sayori and saying, "Hey, what's wrong with you? Oh, hey, why are you so different?" It's gonna make her start to feel like there's something wrong with her, like everyone descending on her all at once. What's happening? Oh, Sayori started taking medication for her depression, and it's having a side effect of her like being unable to feel anything, like positive or negative. And we were just talking about medication side effects and stuff. Effects and side effects. I just went on my trademark term use tangent talking about medications and antidepressants and stuff, and my own experiences and stuff I've read about it and all that stuff. Emotional blunting, yeah. I mean, it's apparently a possible side effect of the medications. The one. The side effect that you talk about more commonly is having the mood dip before it gets better, but probably they probably understandably talk more about that one because that's the more concerning one. Anyway, emotional blunting. Dev, you didn't tell me it was medical marijuana. Yeah, I should need to be spoken to about it. Yeah. Lol. Yeah. Sorry, it is kind of funny. Anyway, On her own, yes, with MC's help. She might not. Why don't you talk to her? Um, I mean, like, the question of whether she will or not, I mean, heck, I wasn't sure if she would go to see a therapist in the first place. The fact that she did go to see one is a positive step in the first place. Um, so presumably, hopefully, I mean, she she expressed that she didn't feel a need to adjust the dosage of the medication, but that's not the same as saying she didn't need to see the doctor. So I mean, she did sort of parse it out as, well, we're going to go to school now because that's what we're supposed to do. So with that mindset, presumably, hopefully, she would say, okay, I'm going to go to the doctor now because that's what I'm supposed to. Hopefully she'll apply the same logic. So I would lean towards yes on her own. That's what I'm going with. She has been amazingly strong, hasn't she? Maybe this is one of the things she can do on her own. Although, she's clearly very resistant to certain kinds of help. Yeah, no kidding. And MC has been a big help to her by gently guiding her to take care of herself. But however she gets there, I hope she does. Can I ask your advice about these topics? Any order you want? Okay. Let's ask about you. Me? What about me? You seem really confident about being present now. Yeah. Or why do you want to talk to me? How are you generally? I mean, I'm kind of curious about why she wanted to talk to me, yes, but she's probably going to get to that on her own. So maybe go with how are you generally? Or you seem pretty confident being present. Let's go with you seem pretty confident. Yeah, I guess I am. It just seems pretty normal to me now. And really interesting. Such a novel experience, I guess. By the way, I have to comment on it. Whenever her character fades in and fades out, the individual parts of her expression, like the eyes and mouth, fade in at different rates. I think this was made using an earlier version of the MPT. I think they fixed that issue in later versions. Oh well. I mean, this was, what, 2021 when this came out? I mean, well, the first one was 2020, so MPT was brand new. I have a feeling it maybe use the same version for this as well. Helps up before getting help from others? Yeah. Consequences of early MPT, it does not play nice with Space Stream. Oh yeah? Flatten, my beloved, yeah. They always flattened it. Yeah, anyway. Such a novel experience, I guess. Plus, having the chance to try it out a few times, I've gotten more comfortable with it. I'm less worried I'll break everything, for instance, and it's nice to be confident in something for once. It feels nice that you noticed. Can I ask your advice? Okay. Mod idea. I'll go to do again. Yeah, let's ask about the mod idea. I haven't actually decided about that yet. I'm not sure I want to do another horror mod. The first one wasn't quite what I hoped. And I'm not sure I'm cut out to do a comedy mod like the others. I think I have a pretty good idea. What would you want to see? Ooh. Save the Doki's mod. Romance mod, horror mod, comedy mod, something new. They fixed it. I had to yoink the fix from an MPT mod whose name escapes me? I mean, I didn't notice the issue when I used the MPT in my own mods, like Yuri's New Toy and End of the Literature Club and Gay Gay Lesbian Club, shameless plug. Those all use the MPT, and I didn't observe the weird fade-in effects. Although Dev said it's a consequence, does not play with the space room. Is that something specific to the space room? Anyway. Girls making their own mods is quirky. Yeah. Romance mods are the best. I'm leaning towards that one, actually. I mean, say the Doki's mods are kind of overdone. She just said she doesn't want to do horror or comedy. So let's go with romance. I mean, I could also say something new. I mean, no matter which option I choose, like this was already written 2 years ago. So, how would Yuri handle romance? I wonder. Yes, those are always fun when well written. There are lots of mods where you date us. I'm more a fan of the mods that show romances between us, though. Those are always very amusing. 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 Amusing, Yuri. Yes, I agree. Those are amusing, indeed. They are sadly uncommon, though. I I hope turquoise fills that void. I mean, yeah, I have LGBT content in my own mods, but like True Literature, okay, let's just go down the line. Like True Literature Club, it saves that as a late end game reveal that there's a same sex pairing in there. Um, like say there's no suicide. Yuri and Natsuki are they're just making cupcakes, obviously. Like there's clearly nothing else going on down there. um, again, and a storm. It's saved till the end. Christmas with Monica. There's LG. A possible same-sex pairing is alluded to, but nothing else there. Turquoise is going to be the first mod, which is just well, okay, the first mod. I suppose Gay Lesbian Club would be the first mod, which just leans heavily into acknowledging LGBT content, like right from the get-go, right from the conception. But aside from that, Turquoise will be my first mod, which actually puts a same-sex pairing as the central focus of the entire story from beginning to end, and it's gonna be a long mod. 13 in-game days. I'm down to the last day, by the way. Well, I'm writing the rough draft for the last day, I should say. Then I need to go do some editing. There's still a lot to do, but somebody asked me the line count and word count, and apparently it's greater than the original DDLC, which is kind of neat when the entire mod is original content. I made a deliberate choice to move away from the whole DDLC canon and have it be its own thing, like called an alternate universe or something. Alternate virtual machine, whatever. No false Yuri picks whatever you pick. Oh yeah, sure, right. Pretty sure right is a mixture of all three. Does Storm count as a Natsuri mod? I mean, has a Natsuri ending. It's like subtext for 90% of the mod, and then it's made explicit in the last scene. Spoiler warnings, I guess. Only cupcakes, exactly. Yeah. Is the endgame thing, yeah. I remember half the mods this season, and also who made which. GGLC doesn't count because, I don't know. Yeah. Game mods haven't mixed well with people, though it's due to pairing the Dokis with one another. GGLC plus lore and turquoise. I don't know. I mean, no, I'm not gonna. It's probably best if I stay vague and don't say anything either way about that. just plausible deniability. Just avoid spoilers about that and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It's moving on. Yeah, let's move on. Yes, very amusing, Yuri. Between us, those are always very amusing. I don't think I'm going to beat Monica's ship mod from last year, though. That was really something. Plus, since I'm actually in this universe, it's a little more awkward to write. Yeah, that would be awkward. Like, because from your perspective, you're shipping real people together, and that's creepy. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but still, it's a fun idea. I'll think about it some more. Can I ask you? Okay. Monica and the student council, last option. Poor Monica. That does give her a lot of stress, but we're very glad she does it. Although she doesn't tell us much about all that. From what I can tell, it's the cause of way more stress than she lets on. I hope she doesn't work herself up too badly over it. What do you think? Shouldn't the club offer to help? What's the student council like? She really works hard. I'm curious about what's the student council like? They're very serious and stern. They have the reputation of being somewhat, how to put it, exacting, I guess I'd say. No one looks forward to meeting with them, especially people who run the club or sports organizations like Monica. They're very demanding of school organizations. They do have a very hard job, though, to be fair. They have to balance a bunch of competing interests and make sure the school isn't wasting money. That's a lot of responsibility, I suppose. The thing is, one, the game displays a number of cute anime girls divisible by two. Two, none of the promotional art has MC as a main character. Oh, the irony, and everything is focused on the girls. So, like, what were you expecting in fandom? Yeah, well, yeah, like, despite what Slay Rabbit said about pairing the Dokis with one another, um, pairing same-sex couples is a staple of fan fiction everywhere. The fact that it doesn't get done much in DDLC modding is an anomaly. Like, because here's the thing. I mean, like, generally in mainstream media, you don't see a whole lot of same-sex relationship representation. Or if it happens, like they're like either side characters or one or both of them die. Or like just background characters. Like the reason it's so common in fan fiction to put same-sex pairings together is like people are trying to fill that void that mainstream media is like largely failing to fill. So yeah, like you go on like Archive of Our Own, the site for fan fiction of everything. There's buttloads of same-sex pairings throughout the site, like everywhere, because like that's yeah, it's just like I said, it's a staple of fan fiction, very common. So it's kind of weird that the modding community is so against that, and like I have my own theories about why that is. Yeah. Harry Potter fanfic is famous for that same thing. Yeah, exactly. You know what they say? Heteronormativity breeds creativity. Haha. I haven't heard that saying, but I believe it. Whenever it's influenced by the demographic that DDLC appeals to in the service, i.e. people who ship themselves with the kid. Yeah, I think that's part of it, for sure. Although, that still doesn't explain why, like, if you look at the DDLC community as a whole, like, you go in r/DDLC, there's plenty of same-sex pairings in, like, fan art and stuff. Or pieces of fan fiction that people post there, and they get plenty of upvotes. It's just when it comes specifically to r/DDLC mods, to the modding arm of the community, suddenly people there don't like the same-sex pairings anymore. And yeah, I mean, it could be the fact that the original DDLC is ostensibly a dating simulator featuring a male protagonist meeting, a slew of female characters. Like, I don't know, maybe something about that aspect of it, particularly the whole Monica angle and she's the real one, and everyone else is just fictional characters. that inspires the imaginations of certain people for better or worse, and I don't know, like just like that like that aspect of it maybe makes people fixate on the notion of shipping themselves with the characters, whereas where other media might not. Yeah. Heteronormativity breeds. Yes, that is what they are infamous for. Haha. Yeah. He's just judgmental over the idea. I'm on Wattpad and I've clocked plenty of DLC stories with same-sex pairings. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, like I said, look on AO3. Like there's plenty of same-sex pairing stories. It's just the mods which they're lacking. Anyway, moving on. That's a lot of responsibility, I suppose. And as stern and serious as they are, their reputation for that kind of thing is matched by Monica's. You may not get the chance to see it very often, but Monica is very respected at the school, even feared by some people. She has the reputation of someone who works very hard and gets things done, and expects the same of other people. So if anyone is prepared for the difficulties of facing the student council, it's Monica. Of course, she's a big softie once you get to know her, but if anything, she's actually much more shy and retiring than her public persona. Shy? Retiring? Yeah. I'm this is curious use of the word retiring. I'm not even sure what that meant there. Anyway, she's just one of those people who works very hard on her image, which is another way she resembles the student council officers. Before I go, let me ask you one more thing. Forgive me if it's a question you've heard before, and I promise I won't tell anyone or get offended, but which one of us is your favorite? I have to go with Yuri. I have to go with Yuri. She's the one identified. I wrote Storm because she's a character I identify with the most. Because I wanted to, write a character who models her thought processes on my own. I don't have a problem with it though. I even shipped Veronica and Sarah together. My father would say why though. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, let's go with you. Really? That's such a strange choice. Well, I should thank you for liking someone as strange as I am. It's actually kind of comforting to know that you're fond of me. It may seem slightly odd to hear, but I've often thought it was perfectly natural that I'd be, I don't know, isolated from society, I guess is how I'd put it. That's just how it's always been, so I've grown quite used to it. Recently, though, I guess I've started to feel more integrated into the world, and even if other people here didn't recognize it, I felt more like one of them. The others told me I was really making progress in finding where I belonged. It's just been difficult to accept, given my history. But you have a bit of an objective perspective, so the fact that you think highly of me is an opinion I can trust. So, thank you. Aww. Wholesome moment. How do we choose Ida? Plenty of people like you, Yuri. Yeah. Creep a weirdo even? Hey. For obvious reasons. Actually, so weird to how well Radiohead works with DLC. Every Radiohead song has a lyric that applies directly to Monica. Or we can use Monica's joke from Storm. I don't know how many people got it. Where Yuri says that there's no reason for anyone to like her, and then Monica says, I can think of 2 reasons. And then she doesn't elaborate. I just kind of left that joke hanging there. I didn't. But yes, she was talking about Yuri's boobs. Anyway, moving right along. So thank you, sincerely. It means a lot to me. Well, I'll be off now. Thanks for chatting with me. I don't know if I'll get to talk to you much before Monica takes over as president again, so I hope you're well until the next time we meet. Aw. Classic, yeah. Creating her character monologue is an interstellar burst. I am back to save the universe. Hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah. The Radiohead lyrics. Right. Brain, body, or her. I'm not even gonna read that out loud. Okay. I need to use the washroom, so I will be right back. And I'm back again. Yeah. Looking back, uh, I feel like now I know that there's a missed opportunity in store after Monica tells her two reasons joke for Yuri to innocently ask, and what's the other reason? Oh well. We get to confuse trees with the Radiohead references. This is my favorite part of the stream. Yeah. What can I say? I, I've listened to very little Radiohead. Like heard the an occasional song on the radio or on Much Music or whatever. Oh, much music. I'm probably dating myself. I mean, it's a Canadian music television station. I suppose in the States it would be like MTV or something. Although maybe that's a dated reference too. I haven't watched TV in a long time, to be honest. um, but yeah, I don't know. Radiohead just never really grabbed me. Um, it's been a pretty fun mod. It's almost like a sitcom. Yeah, yeah, exactly. No, it's a very slice of life kind of deal. In a slightly fantastical setting, in that it's the literature club, but they're aware of the nature of their the fictional nature of their world and all that. Maybe they haven't done music since forever. Yeah, that was my impression too. My understanding was that was at one time that was what the channel was about. But that's again, I'm dating myself. I'm 41. Okay, give me a break. I grew up in the 80s. Like, I'm just out of touch. Anyway, moving right along. Okay, so I have to come up with a voice for VP. Oh, hello, Monica. Oh. Hi, Ari. My meeting with the council was scheduled for now. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. We were taking a look at some of the Literature Club paperwork, and the president decided that the Literature Club situation required a bit more thought. Monica looking annoyed. As well as the entire student council. So if you're available, could you drop by this evening after school? I have a few questions and would like to discuss the Literature Club situation. Of course. Although, of course, I hope this will not delay the processing of the club's applications. The deadline for the council to finalize application responses is in 2 days, as I'm sure you know. Yes, of course. That's why we'd like to have the discussion this evening rather than later, if we can. Well, it's highly unconventional, but I suppose I can drop by if it would assist the council in its deliberations. Should I come prepared to discuss any topic in particular? Not in particular, no. Just the Literature Club generally. Very well. I presume the whole council will be there. We will, yes. All right, I'll see you then. Yes, well, I'll let everyone know you're coming by tonight. Looking forward to it. The world building, yeah. VP name acquired, new lore gained, yeah. Why didn't it say? She did address him as or him or yeah as Ari, but still said VP. Harry Shipper's already working overdrive. Haha, yeah. 41. The F is your secret. Oh, wait, what? Yes, if you're saying that I look I look young or something, do I? I don't know. I mean, I look at older pictures of myself, and I guess I look pretty much the same. Although, I mean, I've got this. I'm starting to get this double chin going on here. I don't know. I don't know how much like the camera picks it up. I look in the mirror and it's like was that there before? Was that there before? I'm pretty sure the camera can't see it, but there's just a single white hair in my temple over here. I don't know if you can see it. It's like I'm becoming that guy that goes, oh no, a white hair. I'm getting old. And I do notice like my metabolism slowing down. Well, it's hard to say. Like I feel tired more often, but I don't know if that's because of like the anxiety from the pandemic and the anxiety from, you know, like international matters, like the invasion of Ukraine and situation in China and other things, and just generalized anxiety about the state of the world. Really tires one out. But it could also be age. I don't know. I, you're old, only as old as you feel to some extent. I still sort of on some level see myself as a young man, I guess. But sometimes I feel it. Like I sometimes I feel old. Looking younger could be both, slowly catching up to Eddie though. Yeah, right. Anyway, moving on. Shit. They always put pressure on me, but a late night meeting with the whole council? They must really want to mess with me this time. Maybe I should bring someone else from the club as backup. No, probably not. They wouldn't have all the context. Plus, I kind of want to insulate my friends from all this gross stuff. I'll just take care of it myself. The student council is a problem I've handled before, and I will handle them again. But speaking of the literature club, time to go. I don't want to be late yet again. But anyway, yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Sounds like it. Why blue, though? I have no idea. So, what did you write about your poem for this week? You're probably pretty happy with the theme. Mods about animals are in your wheelhouse. Mods about animals? What do you mean mods about animals? Is that implying? I mean, they've talked about DDLC mods they've enjoyed in the past. Are there? I'm trying to think. Are there any like or animal centered mods out there? She meant to say poems. Oh, poems about animals. Okay, that makes more sense, I guess. Bloomy. I'll be okay. See you in a bit. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for the reminder what the poem theme was. Not scared of forgotten. I was happy with it, yes, but you know, I like to keep my poems to myself until it's sharing time. But they're more impactful that way. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, you are ever so mysterious. Well, you don't get to see mine then until it's time either. I do kind of miss when the club used to go around and do one-on-one feedback with every other person. Sometimes I think we got more honest feedback that way. Yeah, that makes sense too. I mean, it does put more pressure on you if you're talking to a group instead of talking to one person at a time. And it kind of changes the energy of the conversation when you're talking to one person personally. Can't think of any animal-centric mods. OCW had that weird recurring Jungle Book thing. Yeah, that's true. Ellie the elephant and all that. I think, what's it called? Was it Behind Closed Doors, or was it On the Run? It was one of those mods. It had a dog in it that got abused by Natsuki's dad, which is like kind of horrible. Other than that, I can't think of any. Natsuki wants to give her poem right now. Yeah, so it seems. Anyway, moving on. Maybe it was definitely a more private feeling, and maybe it was easier to give negative feedback if we had it, especially to MC. But I don't know. I kind of like the system we have now, and I feel like we're all close enough to be able to give honest feedback without any problems. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, I've been thinking, you know, if I was going to send an email into this thing, that's one thing that I'm curious about is like, how do they feel about the fact that, I mean, like, the poem sharing is a bit of a microcosm of that. The fact that that they're encouraged to talk about very, very personal things to the whole group. Like the emails talk about very very much things that they obviously don't want to talk about, and get them to talk about it in front of everyone. Like it's a bit of weird dynamic. I don't know. I kind of wonder how weird that aspect of it is. Particularly the people who ask about, or who talk to them as though they know each other. Like, you know, people who aren't. I made the comment the other day of people with who are very enthusiastic about their tenuous grip on reality. You know, people who aren't clear on the whole the nature of the parasocial relationship. You know. Anyway, I almost forgot for a second that all the OCW animals were named after Donkey Kong Country characters? I haven't played that game, so I didn't get that. But I am aware that Zero, the author of OCW, is very much into games of that era. Well, the season 3 parasocial joke? Anyway, moving on. Yeah, that's probably true. I did finally decide what I want my mod for the semester to be about. If you want to hear something secret. Absolutely. What's it going to be? Well, it's going to be a romance mod. Wink. What's that wink there? Club meeting season 2. Choices matter. Game of the year 1010. Haha. Yeah. I'm gonna hazard a guess. She says romance no matter what you pick, because it was already set up for that. She said, like, she specifically said she didn't want to do horror or comedy, and the only other option was Save the Dokis, which if she's played mods, she probably is aware that it's overdone at this point. I don't have to consequently calculate script even. Yuri is flirting. Yeah. Yeah, it's the same setup. Like, I mean, the original DLC did that too. I mean, it's everything's constructed to make it so that no matter who you choose for the poem minigame, it makes sense for Sayori to feel depressed, and then for her for it to lead naturally into this Sayori depression talk, and that whole bit is structured so that no matter which option you choose, the I love you or always be my dearest friend, it makes sense for it to lead into the suicide. So like I can see when the writer is setting up railroad tracks, He was secretly tells her. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. It's going to be a romance mod. Wink. I know it's a little bit cliche, but I was talked into it. Sure. Talked into it? By who? Tormies gave me the idea. I was a little stuck for ideas, and they suggested it. So, what's the idea? Hey, she's using gender-neutral pronouns for me. That's fine. I can get behind that. You'll see. Hi, girls. Is everything okay? Yeah, you look kind of stressed. Maybe a little, but really it's nothing serious. Just student council-related stuff, nothing I haven't handled before. The Sayori and MC not here yet. No, but that's because you're actually early for once, not because they're late. Although, they might well be late, for the usual reason. Actually, Sayori's kind of acting differently today. What's this alarmed expression? I think her medication is giving her a little bit of a flat demeanor. I wonder if that's messing with her affection towards MC. It's a common side effect of certain psychiatric medication. She'll probably have to work on the right dosage. She finally ended up seeing a doc, huh? Good for her. Yeah, I think she mentioned something like that. Hopefully they get it somewhere comfortable for her. But speaking of comfortable, I want her to be comfortable here no matter what. So let's not draw undue attention towards it. Thank you, Monica. Yeah. As I expressed earlier, I was a little worried that everyone was going to descend on Sayori and be like, "What's wrong with you, Sayori? What's wrong? Are you okay?" Or whatever. Anyway. And let's do our best to make her feel happy and loved. Of course. MC walks through the door and drops his backpack to the ground. He doesn't look sad exactly, maybe just a little low energy. Sayori's not with you today? No, I've been trying to give her a little space today. Her meds are making her feel a little strange. Sort of feels like me being around her too much tires her out right now. Is that so, or are you projecting, MC? Does it tire her out? She seemed ambivalent about your presence, if anything. But I still want her to know that I'm right here and ready for her to lean on if she needs me. Excuse me. When my throat gets like scratchy like that, it hits me very suddenly. You just need to drink more water. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten really used to being around her most of the time. Being away from her sucks. I feel just drained, I guess. Like everything's a little more gray and dull. Feels a little sappy when I put it that way, but that's the way it is. And don't worry, MC. If she can be made to feel happy today, we'll make her feel happy. And if not, we'll at least make her feel safe. I know you always do a great job with that. Plus, in any event, her meds are supposed to get a little less oppressive later in the day, so maybe she'll get a little more emotive. But let's try our hardest to give her back some of the joy she always gives us. Okay, everyone? Hi, everyone. I might be a little, why is everyone looking at me like that? Sayori! Damn, girl, you're looking fine today. Trying to impress your man? I look exactly the same way as I always do, don't I? Well, I don't know about that. All I know is you look hella fine. Who's flirting now? Sayuki confirmed? No, wait, no. uh, or is this Natsuki being bad at acting again and just not being very good at being subtle or casual and trying to go too far the other way? Seikimot, huh? Thank you? Hello, Sayori. Natsuki is right, you look especially radiant today. Okay, you're laying it on too thick there, Yuri. That's the internal dialogue. God, she's hideous. She's the worst thing I've ever seen. Oh no! Thanks? Of course. We're always so glad to see you. This is kind of weird. Well, it's not that odd, is it? You know, I always try to make the club feel welcoming to everyone, especially when they might need a little bit of cheering up. I don't need cheering up, though. I don't feel bad in any way. I just feel a little numb. Alright, I hear you. I see what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down, but have you considered this? Hi, Cinnamon Bun. I just wanted to say that I love you. Oh, she's blushing. And you were more precious to me than anything in the whole world, and I missed you terribly, even being away from you for a little while today. Thank you, MC. I love you too. I'm so glad to see you smile. You don't have to keep doing it or anything. I know you feel a little off. I just wanted to tell you how happy it makes me when you're happy. I know. Okay, everyone. And you too, especially. Let's move on from the diabetes and get to literature. I think today we'll actually draw names to see who gets to decide our activity. Since you no longer have Miss Ida breathing down our necks, Yuri did her thing last week, so that's MC, Sayori, me, and Natsuki. Sayori, do you want to do the honors? Sure. Natsuki wins. Well, Natsuki, what will today's activity be? Well, I have a great one. In honor of the recent, Yuri, give me a fancy word for the state of being tangled up with someone. State of being tangled. Entanglement. Interwovenness. No. Involvement is too ordinary. Ah, wait, I have it. Enmeshment. She's just flipping through a thesaurus now. Jarvis bring up the image in club meetings canons of everyone's orientations where Natsuki's is labeled definitely straight, haha. Yeah. Yes, excellent. Thank you, Wordsmith. Of course. In honor of the recent enmeshment of our dear friends Sayori and MC, we're gonna have them play the newlywed game. I actually don't know what that is. So you take a couple, preferably a new couple, and you ask one of them a question like, how many kids do you want, or something, and then you have to get the other one to guess what they think the first one's answer is. So it's like a little test for how well you know each other as a couple. Sounds fun. Are you sure? Sounds like it might be dangerous, but oh well. Yeah. Hang on a minute. I feel like I've said this before about some of our activities, but what exactly does this have to do with literature? Good question. Well, we could maybe ask them literature questions, and it requires them to use words for the purpose of communication. Okay, it doesn't really have anything to do with literature, but Come on. Doesn't all have to be literature. Think of this as like an enrichment activity. Like newlywed game with Natsuki is a dangerous idea. Yes, indeed. Indeed. After that, like the truth and dare or truth or dare round in the summer episode. But yeah, as Monica is saying, this probably would have been a better activity for the summer episode rather than a literature club scene. I think she still looks skeptical. That's a great expression, by the way. The one raised eyebrow. That's one of the NPT things. It's not something you. It doesn't really work generally in more serious mods. I think it's something it fits better in more comedic settings like this. Natsuki yourself will face danger. Face dangers, yeah. Stand NPT in his house. Yeah. Something to get our brains loose and warmed up for the serious literature we will do after this. Oh, alright. But on one condition. The way you said that was really ominous. The Newlywed Game is a competitive game, Natsuki. It's meant to be played between more than one couple of people to see who can do the best. Uh-oh. It's like, Natsuki's like, oh no, I don't like where this is going. Is she gonna get paired with Yuri now? So obviously, two of us need to be the other couple for MC and Sayori to play against. And of course, that means that we all need to draw names who's going to do that. Yes, of course. Yeah, way to try to weasel your way out of that, Natsuki. I guess that's only fair. Let's see. So it could be me and Natsuki, me and Yuri, or Natsuki and Yuri. Not subtle blush from Natsuki when she said Natsuki and Yuri. Maybe not so subtle. Let's find out who it is. Would you draw some names again, Sayori? Sure thing, Chief. Let's see here. First one is Yuri, and the second one is Monica. Disappointed look. Well, I guess that happened fair and square. Natsuki, I assume you have some questions already. Some questions ready. Yeah. I am distraught. Yeah, you and me both. Natsuki actually also a little disappointed. Haha, yeah. I sure do. But if I'm going to be the host, then first we need more of a game show vibe in here for our viewers. Can you hit us with the most game showish music we have, Monica? I could if I were the president. Oh, right. Yuri, could you? Of course. T7? Poem Panic? Okay. I have no idea what happened, but I'm sure it's much better. Now, coming to you live from room 3L, it's the Doki Wed game! Let's meet our two couples for today. First, we have the couple that's not really a couple, and even though they have so much in common, like being tall and incredibly dull and book smart. The whole club is tall compared to you, that doesn't narrow it down. Oh no. Oof, Monica. What's that meme? How can you say something so controversial yet true, or something like that? Anyway, moving on. And both of them are terribly unimaginative people who constantly resort to height jokes. Yeah, for a moment I thought the music didn't change, then I remembered I had my own build open on the title screen, significantly louder than your game. Oh, okay. Anyway. That's right, let's welcome Monica and Yuri. Oh, we the audience do not like this couple, boo. They're the designated villains for this purpose, boo. Boo. Did Yuri put this in, or was this something that the game added? Seems to imply that Yuri added that in, but no one else could hear it but her. What are you laughing at? Oh, nothing. And now, the hero couple, Bun and her boy, slay Yuri and on the 1MC. The OTP of Doki Doki Literature Club, it's MC and Sayori. Yeah, woo, we like these guys. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, that was cute. And of course, I'm your host, Natsuki. Now, let me tell you how the game is played. Each couple will receive the same 10 questions. 5 will be secretly answered by one member of the couple, and the other 5 by the other. And then we'll ask each participant what answers they think the other member of the couple gave. Each correct answer will net 1 point, and the most points at the end wins. So, before we get started, we need to have our competitors write down their answers to our secret questions. The fact that Natsuki had all of the questions prepared ahead of time sort of it sort of undermines Natsuki's point about oh well, I'm totally going to give them literature-based questions. So audience, we get to participate because of viewer engagement. Yeah, engage with the content, sure, for sure. Anyway, moving on. That's just the secret questions. So let's get to it. Oh my. Natsuki, you wrote all these, right? Sure did. Is this just a way for you to find out stuff about me and MC's relationship? Yeah, I mean, obviously. This is Natsuki we're talking about here. I think she's pretty well established her intentions at this point. No, but that is a huge incidental benefit. I'm beginning to feel as though we have been played. Yeah, no kidding. And we're back. Let's have our first 2 answering contestants, please. Looks like Sayori and Monica are up first. Let's get to our first question. Did your partner say they prefer the way you look with or without makeup? I mean, we don't really have any conception of who's wearing how much makeup in this game, really. Anyway. Sayori? I don't really wear makeup that often. Plus, I think MC would say that he likes me without any changes. So, I think he said without. And Monica? This is a hard one. Yuri hasn't seen me much without the makeup, but she doesn't usually wear too much of it herself, and anyway, she probably appreciates less adornment in general. Yeah. So, I'll also say without. Yeah, sensible answer. Let's check those answers. MC said he likes Sayori better without makeup, correct. And Yuri said she likes Monica better with makeup. Better luck next time, Monica. Oh, this is awkward. Interesting choice from Yuri. Really? I mean, I'm not mad, it's just not what I expected. Well, I just respect how much effort you put into it. Yeah. No, I think that's, you know, it's a sensible response. I mean, I mean, if I was going to compliment someone on their makeup, I would want to compliment them on the effort they put into it, because it's I don't think Monica and Yuri are married at all. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, moving on. I don't really think you need it. It's just very lovely. Thanks, Yuri. So, after one round, it's 1-0 in favor of Sayori and MC. Next question. What habit of yours does your partner find most annoying? Let's start with Monica this time. Annoying, huh? Hopefully me doing all the stuff during the club incident doesn't count as a habit. The club incident. So, yeah, you know, when they referred to the incident before, for some reason my mind jumped to the you know, the whole lobotomizing thing, but I guess they're referring to like the original game in general. Anyway, I guess I'll go with my catchphrases. I know she's not the biggest fan of those. Catchphrases. And Sayori, my suicide habit. He probably doesn't like that very much. Natsuki and Monica looking very uncomfortable. Is that word again? Did I suddenly realize why you chose Monica and Yuri? Why did I? Because Natsuki's the best game show? Yeah, this is a huge part of it. Yeah, game show host, yeah. Moving on. Yikes, Sayori. Well, let's see what the answers were. MC said, being late for school all the time. I didn't really think of suicide as a habit. And as for Yuri, she said she hates it when Monica says, okay, everyone, and that's Monica's writing tip of the day. Wait, really? Yuri. Which is definitely correct. Yay. Subdued expression here. So sorry, Monica, it's just a little repetitive. Well, don't worry, it's not like I'm going to stop. Creepy. It's now 1-1. Time for the next question. We asked MC and Yuri this question. If you could get a pass from the other person to do one thing they normally wouldn't let you do, what would it be? Should I speculate about this? There's so many ways it can go. I'm going to move on. And on this one, we'll start with Sayori. Sayori, what would MC get you to let him do that you normally wouldn't? That's actually kind of hard. Yeah, I mean, in the camp of like things she wouldn't normally let him do, I mean, she was really big on like during the summer event, like Natsuki asked MC the question of which girl he prefers, Natsuki or Yuri, and Sayori vetoed that question, saying like she wasn't comfortable with him being asked that. So I mean, that's something that like the jealousy issue is something that bugs her. But on the other hand, it's not something that MC wants to do. So I don't think that counts. So like aside from that, I don't know. What even are MC's like habits? Do you even really know that much about his backstory and stuff? I don't know. Anyway, moving on. That's actually kind of hard. I don't think there's anything MC would want to do that I wouldn't want to let him do. Oh, I know. He'd want me to let him come in and sorry. He'd want me to let him come in and wake me up in the morning. He's always talking about wanting to come in and cook breakfast and wake me up gently on time, but so far I just keep wanting to get up on my own. Gently. NB streamer just started up now, by the way. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Like the stream that I'm hoping to raid later is the same one that I raided last week. They were playing DDLC for the first. Well, it wasn't their first time streaming. It was like their girlfriend first time seeing the game. But if I can speed my way through this, I think I can get there before they reach Act 2, because they were like halfway through Act 1. Anyway, let's move on. So far, I just keep wanting to get up on my own. Disgustingly adorable. Monica? This is easy. She'd want me to let her try direct coding of our run environment. Is that so? That's a little ominous of a thing for Yuri to want, I think. I mean, like, okay. Again, after the whole Sayori lobotomizing incident, I would think that I would think that everyone should be wary about coding their run environment. And in any case, I mean, Yuri having presidential power at the moment, like, the question of letting her, like, Yuri can do whatever she wants. She's choosing not to, because, she recognizes the responsibility of being in that position of trust. Unlike Sayori. But, yeah, I don't know. Anyway. Wow, let's see. MC said he'd want to wake up Sayori in the morning. And Yuri said she wishes Monica would trust her more to edit the universe. So that's definitely a point for both. 2-2 now. Next question. If the other person was really trying to dress to impress you, what would they wear? Monica, let's start with you. If Yuri's going to dress to impress me, why would she ever need to do that? Let's see. Well, she knows my tastes are slightly refined, so I'll go with a formal dress. Yeah, sensible answer. Something like that? Sayori? If MC was trying really hard, he'd probably way overdo it and get a tuxedo. Interesting. Okay. We need some custom art for MC in a tuxedo now. Actually, no. He'd try really hard to dress in a cool way. He'd like do his hair some slick way and wear a black hoodie and jeans or something. Yeah. I'm just trying to imagine, like, would MC go as far as like trying to go for a tuxedo? It seems like it might be a bit over the top. It doesn't seem like something he'd do. Like he's like he's a like basement gremlin. He's just like so playing video games and watching anime and stuff. He's like I don't. Tuxedo doesn't feel like his thing. I don't know. Moving right along. And and I would hate it, but I would love that he tried. Well, let's see what your partner said. Monica, Yuri said that she would wear an evening gown. Natsuki blushing. That definitely counts as a win. And MC said that he would dress cooler. Huh. Close, but is it close enough? Well, I'd call it close enough. I would think so. Oh, it's totally close enough. She said I would dress in a cool way. Yeah, I guess I'll allow it. That brings our score to 3-3. Last question for those contestants before we switch. What part of your partner's body do they most like you touching? Oh, come on. Natsuki going straight in for the TMI here. Natsuki just blatant. Yeah, exactly. And only PG parts of the body, please, for the benefit of our family-friendly audience. See, Sayori, I could have been a lot meaner about this. Anyway, let's start with you. What do you say, Sayori? He seems to like all of it, really. But I'll say anywhere on his upper leg. He always jumps a little when I do that. Nice, nice. Pretty hot. Nice. Monica, what about Yuri's answer? This is actually really easy, since I give legendary shoulder massages. Oh, really? And I know Yuri enjoys them from time to time. Is that so? Hey, we're getting some world building here. Character establishment, character interaction establishment, inter-Doki interaction establishment. Mana Yuri lore? I still like Eureka as the ship name. Like, it's right there. Ah, I've done it, Eureka. Like, how can you, like, Mana Yuri? Like, come on. Anyway, cool. I mean, I would have thought that Yuri would need a back massage more than shoulder massage, because she complains about the back pain, but I don't know. Anyway. Wholesome Christian mod, yeah, right. So my answer is the shoulders and upper back. Let's see. Yuri said the upper back. She really does give very healing massages. Oh, neat. And MC's answer, he most likes to be touched on the neck. What a fascinating answer. Sorry, MC. I feel like I should have known that one. Oh, Bun, it's fine. It's like you said, there really aren't any bad places. Except maybe when you try to tickle me, and even that's fun. Just not pictured MC blushing. Well, that makes the score 4-3 in favor of Monica and Yuri. Now time to switch around the players and see if the actual couple can turn it around. Let's bring up MC and Yuri. So again, Yuri and Monica lead by 4-3 as we head into the second set of questions. Let's get started. How long, on average, did the other person say they spend in the shower? I mean, MC is slept over at Sayori's place, so like I would think that he would like know that. Whereas like Yuri and Yuri and Monica they did have a sleepover once. That is established canon for this mod. So he's been waiting outside while Sayori is about to take a shower many times. Also, oof, yeah. Anyway, if you're within 5 minutes, you'll get it. You get it right. Yuri, what do you say? I don't really know how long Monica takes in the shower. It does seem like she'd have a lot to do hair-wise, like me. Yeah, that's a factor. And probably she'd round off to the nearest quarter hour. So I'll go with 30 minutes. MC, what about you? Easy, 5 minutes. It's actually less, but I might as well cover everything up to 10 minutes if I get a 5-minute error either way. Yeah, that's, yeah. There was a comment earlier in the mod where like Sayori said she's like only has a time for a minute-long shower or something like that, and I was thinking like, what can you do in a minute? I mean, I typically take 15 minutes in there personally. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Let's see the answers. Monica said she takes an hour in the shower on average. Hey, she likes long showers, I guess. Can't say I expected that. I use it as relaxation time. Don't judge me. And Sayori said she takes 3 minutes on average, so MC gets it right. Score is now 4-4. Next question. What is the most frivolous thing you spend money on according to your partner? MC, we'll start with you. DLC packs for strategy video games. Yeah. A very fast, very confident answer. Yeah. Yuri, what do you spend money on frivolously according to Monica? Well, it's a bit of a risky guess. It's going to be books or knives or But I don't feel I ever really spend money frivolously. I like to believe that I am rather frugal. So, I will say nothing. Not even books or knives? Some very bold choices from both participants, but will it pay off? MC, Sayori said you spent money frivolously on DLC packs for strategy video games. Like she wrote down exactly what you said word for word. And Monica said that you don't spend money frivolously. Yay! Good job, Yuri. I'm glad you had faith in me to get the right answer. Of course. We go to the next question. The score is 5-5. What did their partner say was their biggest fear? Starting with you, Yuri. That is simple. Monica's biggest fear is the destruction of the simulation. Yeah, I mean, the biggest fear is it's gonna. That's going. It could go in some uncomfortable directions where MC and Sayori are concerned, but yeah, destruction of the simulation is that's one option. I might have thought things like death in general, or maybe losing her mind. I don't know. Moving on. And MC, what's Sayori's biggest fear? Another simple one. Sayori's biggest fear is hurting her friends in any way, especially me. Maybe this round is too easy. Yuri, Monica's biggest fear was system security. But I think I understand that to mean keeping our little universe secure. That's right. So, you got it right. Can we count that? Can we count that? I don't know. We go from just I don't read system security to mean, destruction of the simulation. Hey, Johnny Dev's here. Welcome to the stream. Monica watching the club room explode while the Pixies Where's My Mind plays. Haha. Yeah. Mood indeed. Anyway, moving on. You got it right. MC, Sayori's biggest fear was, as she put it, being a problem for MC and my friends. I'd say you got that one right. See, that one was more fair, I think. I think it's a stretch to interpret system security as destruction of the simulation, but whatever. Which means we're still tied, 66, going into our last two questions. What is one thing that you and your partner will never agree on? MC? Well, I don't think she's right that we'll never agree about it. That's part of the disagreement. But I think Sayori would say that we won't ever agree on her being a wonderful person. Aw. That's kind of sad and sweet at the same time. But Yuri, what about you? What will you and Monica never agree on? Well, that's a long list, haha. Oh, really? But let's see, if I had to pick the most contentious thing, it would have to be between either death being necessary or that thing we already discussed, how cautious we should be about modding our game. I mean, between those two things, I would think that the thing about modding the game would be the thing. Wholesome answer. Yeah, exactly. Wholesome, but also kind of sad. I mean, it is kind of sad how hard Sayori is on herself. Anyway, moving on. Since we already talked about that, I'll go with the necessity of death. Alright, some interesting answers. Let's see if they were right. MC, Sayori said she and you would never agree on her self-esteem. Looks like you got it right. And Yuri, Monica said you guys would never agree on the existence of the supernatural. Yes, that's definitely another thing on which we will likely never agree. Oh yeah? Yuri was right, there were a lot of choices for that. It was hard to try and mind read which one she would choose. But we're still great friends despite the different points of view. And that's right. Wait, are they suggesting that Yuri believes in the supernatural but not Monica, or the other way around? I don't know. I don't think it's been clearly established either way. I mean, Yuri did make that horror mod in the previous episode, right? It has not, yeah, indeed. I mean, given those choices, it seems like it would fit, like, especially with, you know, like Yuri making that whole one of us mod in the previous episode. I have a feeling that Yuri's the one that believes in the supernatural in this context, and Monica doesn't. But yeah, it hasn't come up so far in this mod, despite being 15 episodes deep. Yuri definitely believes in the supernatural. Yeah. Excuse me, waters. Code in some ghosts while you're president, Yuri. Haha. Yeah. Huh? That's right. Well, that makes it 7-6, going into the final question. Sorry, what was the score before that? Oh, right. Okay, yeah. So, the MC Sayori duo is winning. Yuri has a poster in the room saying, "I want to believe." yeah. Yeah, the whole X-Files thing. And moving on. Will MC and Sayori secure the victory? Or will Yuri and Monica be able to make up the lost point and force the game into the lightning round? Let's find out with our last question. Does your partner sleep on their side, their stomach, or their back most often? Starting with Yuri. Well, I have seen Monica asleep on several occasions. Wait. Back up. Several occasions? Several occasions? They alluded to the one sleepover. What is this world building? At least two? Once during that sleepover. Oh yeah. I have several questions. Yes, Zhao. Same. Several? Once when she fell asleep during the literature club, as alluded to in episode 3. That's true too, but that's not. I don't think that counts in the context of this question. Michael only knows about one of them. Anyway, I'm not exactly sure though. If she's anything like me, she probably prefers to sleep flat on her back or on her stomach. Wait, on her stomach? With those gazongas? Pardon my language. Is that something you can do? Well, okay. I mean, you can put a pillow under your abdomen. It's doable. I mean, I worked I worked as an RMT for a while, so I'm aware. There are ways to make that comfortable. Like only There's what? What's the what in response to? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, speaking. Yeah, whatever. Moving on. The side can be painful in the morning. Oh yeah? Can it? Is that a thing? So I think I'll go with on the back. All right, and MC, what's your answer? Another easy one. Is that blush there? Sayori sleeps on her side almost all the time. All right, time to see the answers to the final question. Yuri, Monica says that she sleeps on her side. This is hardly fair. Sayori and MC have had many more opportunities to observe each other's sleeping patterns. Well, yeah, I mean, it's hardly fair for any of these questions, really. Not really. We've never slept in the same bed or anything. It's just been a long time that we've known each other and we've seen each other asleep sometimes. I don't know. You answered the question pretty fast. And let's see. Sayori did, in fact, say she sleeps on her side. And that's the game. MC and Sayori win 8-6. I fell asleep when I slept on my side once, but it only happened the one time. Yeah. I've had my arm fall asleep on rare occasion while asleep. I don't know. I used to sleep exclusively on my back. At some point, I got used to sleeping on my side. I'm gonna say around the time that my first girlfriend introduced me to body pillows, and I got in the habit of sleeping while hugging that, and then it just feels natural to sleep on my side. But I can fall asleep in pretty much any position. Just random trivia about myself. Probably no one wanted to know. Anyway, moving on. And that, in large part, due to a strong showing by MC, who got every single Sayori question right. I guess you know it pretty well there, champ. Yeah, get out of your system. And still, I must say, a very respectable showing from Monica and Yuri, despite not being a couple at all. It's my fault. I think Yuri would have done much better if she had had a different partner. Anyway, that's the end of the game. Time to move on to our usual club activities, I think. Wait, that comment about different partners, like she's Monica continuing to ship Yuri and Natsuki together there, very subtly. Maybe not so subtly. Anyway, time to move on to our usual club activities, I think. So take it away, Monica. Okay, everyone, poem time. This week we wrote poems on the topic of animals. Who would like to lead us off? I'll go. Die rolls. Okay, I guess that's referring to like D&D stuff. A pair of dice. I wonder where they came from. Probably an old board game. Idly rolling dice, you don't feel much. They feel cool and nice and firm to the touch. But you don't feel sad. Your heart doesn't ache. It's just dice. But I look up and see tiny kitten next to me. It dawdles and it mews, and now I must be cruel. Even though it's cute and helpless and so soft, the point's completely moot, though it staggers weak and lost. For though it begs for friends, it's not just a pair of dice. It's a bet that has an end, and that bet's stake is life. If you love it now, your heart may break its vow. If the dice do not roll true, your heart might break in two. Not now, little kitty. Come back when you're older and safer. That's a little grim. The implication being that if you adopt a kitten, you're rolling the dice that maybe it's going to die. That's what it sounds like. Okay. Well, that was a very you poem. Only you could take something as adorable as a kitten and make me apprehensive about it. I think I sort of get the point of the dice, but I'll have to think about it more. I think they were just meant to represent simple chance or luck. By itself, it means nothing and has no emotional content, but if something is at stake, then it has a very different potential meaning. Yeah, that's basically it. The poem has a lot of internal poignance. It's very emotionally complex. I don't want to rant about how touching it is for 5 minutes and make everyone uncomfortable, like I usually might, so I'll just say that I adore Sayori's talent, of which this poem is a prime example. It sure is. Some of Sayori's poems just, even though you know it's probably coming, they still get you. They're just way too real and honest. They make you think about things you usually avoid thinking about. I guess that makes for really good poetry. Anyway, I'll go next to avoid dragging down the mood. Arguably, my poem does not fit the animal theme, but I think it qualifies. I'll let you be. I'll be the judge. Evolution. Hidden in the bush from dinosaurs, hidden in the trees from big cats and wolves, hidden in the caves from cold and rain, hidden in the stone houses from barbarians, hidden in castles and forts from foreigners, hidden behind masks, behind ourselves, hidden in ourselves from each other. Yeah, that's neat. How Natsuki. That's good. Yeah. Oh, I think that fits the theme, especially the way you contrasted the modern with the primeval. This gives it a sort of animalistic quality, and reminds us that we are, in the end, ultimately animals, and that we have base, instinctual motivations, even for things that we would like to think are human and intelligent. I think that is the point of the poem. That's one way to read it, but I saw some Natsuki-style pessimism in there too. Title of the poem is Evolution, but by the end of the poem, everyone is still just hiding. Their behavior hasn't changed at all. Only the thing they're hiding from. Yeah, I agree with that. It fits one of Natsuki's normal themes, people being kind of lame, basically. People are kind of lame. Most of the time, anyway. Although, I guess maybe sometimes I overdo that point. Who wants to go next? How about me? The Wanderer. Circling, circling. I've practiced it a million times. Watching for the slightest move below. Staring, staring. The ground seems to stay quite still, though I'm so high the wind doesn't even blow. Stooping, stooping. I turn and face the ground far down. I tuck my wings and feel the air start to flow. Speeding, speeding. So fast I almost can't be seen. Exhilarating, faster than a car's driver would know. Killing, killing, digging in my talons and beak, I eat and preen, and then back up I go. Circling, circling. That's neat. The circling part makes me think of a vulture, although I don't think they're the type to speed towards the ground and kill. Like vultures are more what's the word? Oh wow, vocabulary fail. Scavengers? That's not the word I was looking for. They eat already dead things. I mean, I suppose like a hawk or an eagle would be more the ones to grab something from below or from above. Anyway, moving on. Well, this is very literal. It's just actually directly about an animal. I like it, MC. And I'm not just saying that because you're my boyfriend. It's just so simple and pure. It's easy to get into it because it's written from the animal's perspective. It doesn't have any weird metaphors or hidden meanings. It's just about a bird. I think. Some of the rhyming and scanning is a little awkward. Yeah, nothing new there for me. Well, actually, usually you're pretty strict about adhering to whatever convention you've set. Did you just say, well, actually? Anyway, I'm actually really excited to see where this goes. Maybe it means you're going to start doing more freeform poetry. He already has, sometimes. Decomposers? It's not the word I was thinking of. It just flitted through my brain and then it went away. Darn it. Has a C in it. Yeah, it'll come back to me. He already has sometimes. He's been branching out quite a bit recently with his poems, I feel. Yeah, like 5 minutes from now, the word's gonna come back to me. I'm just gonna blurt it out very suddenly in a completely different context. Just you wait. He's been branching out quite a bit recently with his poems, I feel. He's really seeing what kinds of things he's capable of. I'll go next and I'll let Yuri finish things off. Thank you, carry on. Yeah, I'm stuck on it too, yeah. Yeah, it was probably carry on. I feel like that's not quite it. I don't know. Recent years, I feel like I'm getting word recall issues when I normally have a fairly extensive vocabulary, and sometimes I don't know. Words just don't come to me when I'm looking for them, and they're just like long pauses in my speech. Anyway, that's I don't know. It's um who knows? I mean, Alzheimer's does run in my family, so it could just be like very early signs of dementia or something. Moving right along on that pleasant note. Because I'm so old. Anyway, I'll go next, and I'll let Yuri finish things off. I heard what hers was about, and I'm quite excited to hear it. But for now, here's mine. How did she hear what Yuri's poem was about? Anyway, eldest, the old man wakes. He drinks deep and eats his breakfast of grass and lettuce. But this will be the last time. 70,000 days have gone by since he emerged from the egg, older than nations, older than the tree, which produced the wood of which his house is made. 70,000 days? Hold on, calculator. 70,000 divided by 365. It's 191 years. Okay, I have 191.7. Anyway. So we're talking about like a tortoise or something? Older than the nations, older than the tree, which produced the wood of which his house is made. His friend and helper knows that his time is soon to come. His friend for 40 years. It seems like he met him yesterday. The old man strolls, ponderous and regal, one last slow promenade, a last look at the bright sun, a last cool breeze on the face. The old man says goodbye to his friends. He rests his head, closes his eyes, and he at last succumbs to the last enemy against which a shell is no protection at all. Oof. Here Monica goes talking about death again. And yeah, the shell does seem to indicate a tortoise. Jeez, Monica, write about something different. Haha, yeah. Yeah, okay. This poem is so sad. I don't really get the part at the end about the shell, though. Wait, what, really? Okay. Is it like the eggshell from the egg he was in? I don't think that's what it was, Sayori. I think his poem is about everything that is lost when death happens. Monica spent a lot of time talking about how old and excellent the animal was. I think it was a tortoise, by the way, Sayori. It was a tortoise. It is about a particular tortoise? Like, did you know about some ancient tortoise that died? Well, no, not exactly. But maybe yes? Let me put it this way. I used to visit the zoo all the time when I was young, and they had tortoises there. I remember the oldest one really well. I don't know if it was just his habit with everyone or if it was me, but he used to come to the rail where I was whenever I came to his exhibit. Like he wanted to be friends. It made me feel really special. Aw. It is about a particular tortoise? Oh, really? Club meetings behind the scenes? Is Monica being the author insert character now again? I mean, as usual? Anyway. And I learned that he was very old, like 180, and it seemed so amazing, you know? Like he was older than every human being on the planet. He must have so many memories. And yet, here he is, coming to make friends with me. But then, because I'm me, I got to thinking, wow, someday even that tortoise will die too. What a great loss for the world. So I don't know if that tortoise is still alive or not. I think it is. I should go visit him again soon. Yeah, go for it. I mean, it's only a simulated tortoise in this case, but Monica is always the alpha avatar. Yeah, yes, I do have a tortoise friend. Oh, neat. That's cool, that's cool. Monica, author, insert, married to Yuri. Dev's secret ship unlocked. Anyway. But I definitely didn't see him die or anything like that. It's just a hypothetical. Well, I think it's splendid work, Monica. Really puts you in the moment. I was immediately emotionally invested in the tortoise. Well, that's probably a sentence that has never been said before. Yuri, would you like to finish us off? Of course. Majesty gliding. I still dream of you. You are like a vast ship, nature's mighty craft. I lie still on the sea floor. My eyes narrow with rapture as you glide above, blocking out the sun with your grace. Worth you have in... Worth you have in your own right. Proof you are one of the sea's wisdom. In ecstasy I swim up. I feel you should be worshipped, but a profaning heretic, I embrace you. But I am small, just another one clinging to your wings, another devotee, hopelessly in love, inseparable. I will hold tight as you fly underwater, showing me all there is to see of the world underneath, a dream I'll even search for. Or dream I'll ever search for? Yeah, hang on. The font looks weird. Monkey Yuri Ship Club mod section not based on anything in particular. Haha, yeah. Continuity? Yes, ever. Yeah, yeah. So you're talking about a whale? Talking about the whale as though it's flying is kind of neat. That's cool. That's some nice imagery. Hey, I feel like I don't say enough. There's some really nice poems in this lineup. I mean, kudos to you, Dev, for writing all of these. Like, I mean, just like it's just I'm just thinking like at five poems each week. Like there's just an incredible amount of content and work that must go into these, and like making all of them fit each of the character styles. It is a lot of poetry. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, well done. Anyway, moving on. Yuri really turning your boy into a religious experience. It's a really loving poem, though. You really dig down to your own feelings about the animal, whatever it is. What animal is this actually about? I mean, I guess it's some kind of underwater thing, but not sure what exactly. It's about a giant ray I saw at the aquarium during our summer trip. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, rays are cool. the majestic flaps. Somebody said it. Yeah, I think I mentioned it before, but videos of manta rays jumping out of the water are really something. They make a huge splash sound when they hit the water, because they are massive. They don't, and because they're just completely flat, they don't look like something you would expect to be able to jump out of the water. It's kind of wild. The ray makes a turn. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, right. I remember you talking to me about it that day. You were talking about how cool the manta ray was, and how it was giving you a lot of infotection about yourself. That introspection. About yourself and life? That's introspection. Right. I'm really impressed, Yuri. What I like about this one so much is the way you make it personal. You don't just limit yourself to describing the ray. You don't hesitate to bare your most personal eccentric feelings that the ray stirs up in you. It says much more about you than it does about the ray, and that seems to be by design. MC, you're not just getting so much better at poetry, but you're getting great at feedback too. I agree with your assessment of Yuri's poem. She wants you to know how she feels about what she's seeing. Not just the animal itself, but the profundity of her feelings and emotions. Yeah, I mean, that's what poetry's all about, theoretically. A sense of overwhelming awe, or something like that. Something like that, yes. Well, that's all the poems. Time to wrap up with our weekly emails. Oh, let's get set up. There we go. Now there's the sepia background that was lacking in the last episode. Don't forget that we answer emails every week from the real world, and your email could be featured. Just email me at lit.club@club.pres.milk@gmail.com. We answer as many emails as we can live in the club, but you'll always get at least get an answer from me. Your favorite, yeah, exactly. It's just everyone's favorite. Oh no, the viewer can't just dropped off. I'm kidding. But yeah, it is an impressive. Credit where it's due. It is an impressive undertaking that Dev and the email answer, the email screener, has taken on in this part of the mod series. Emails generally are better in later season, though. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Now on to this week's emails. If you would be so kind, Sayori. Oh great. I have questions for all of you. So to be gentlemanly and a good boyfriend, I'll start with Monica. Oh great. We start just start with openly simping for Monica. Here we go. I mean, sorry. I'm not a fan of the word simping. It's just for the connotations it's developed. But you know. Oh, move chat. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Present in the same sense that nuclear weapons are. Good analogy. At least he only does one sentence of simping. Yeah, fair enough. Small mercies. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, moving on. Monica, if we were to meet up for real and I took you on a date, would go for a picnic under the stars or a fancy dinner at a high-class restaurant? Next is my second favorite, Natsuki. When you and MC do Truth or Dare, could you give him all dares and not give in? This is when you do, like, did he miss the boat on that one? Did he get this email in too late? Because that already passed a few episodes ago. Oh well. Then comes the quiet and brooding third, Yuri. Don't have to answer if uncomfortable. How did you learn you liked cutting? You're getting right into the, like, really personal, uncomfortable questions. You know what I mean? Like, you hear what I'm saying? Or like they get into like the people writing these emails talk to the characters as though they're like really close and really know each other when they're actually like total strangers who've never met. You know, it's a weird dynamic. Like these emails in general are kind of a weird dynamic. This email came after a Truth or Dare shrug. Yeah, that's what I figured. Oh well. Last but certainly not the least of the girls, Sayori, what's the most embarrassing thing MC has ever done? Finally, it's guy time. MC, I can sort of relate to the literature club situation you're in, except I'm not in a club. I just have a lot of female friends. Will Monica get jealous? Okay, more like all of them, but I just want to know, how do you handle all the drama? No offense, ladies. With love for the girls and a bro fist for MC Joshua. Well, it all depends. In general, I'm probably going to prefer the restaurant. I love going out to restaurants, and as I think I've mentioned before, I love being out in the city where there are a bunch of people, especially if I'm there with you. So it's very tempting, and that will probably beat the picnic. However, it's really hard to get a truly good view of the stars here, so if you take me somewhere with a really good star field, like where you can see the Milky Way, I'd probably go with that. You're up, Natsuki. Yeah. There definitely is something to be said for getting out in the countryside and actually being able to see the stars. Yeah, I've grown up in the city. It's like so like you know, 99% of my life or so. Like I'm in a state where in a location where you just can't see the stars. And it makes such a difference. It makes such a big difference when you're out in the countryside away from city lights. Like, it's staggering. It's awe-inspiring, actually. Being able to see the stars properly. Like, and yeah, as Mike said, being able to see the Milky Way. Like, you really see why it's called the Milky Way, because there's like a band of stars that looks. It looks like a Milky Way, you know, because it's such a dense concentration of stars. Anyway, moving on. You're up, Natsuki. Yeah, I guess I could have done that. Oh yeah, yeah. Obviously, Truth or Dare is already over, and you sent this before we did it. Just seems cruel to hammer someone with dares over and over, no matter how much of a bully they are when it's their turn. Hey, I played strictly within the rules. Yeah, you did. Just, geez, you really played for keeps. And that's fine. I respect it. Yuri's turn. Well, oh dear. Oh, poor Yuri. It's not something you want to put someone on the spot about like this. You know, just talking about it publicly, it's just... it's a super uncomfortable topic, but okay. Anyway, I sort of talk about this in one of my poems from the base game. That's what the poem Raccoon was all about. It really did happen while I was slicing bread. Okay, here we go. Lore establishment here. I mean, when I wrote Storm, both in Storm and TLC, I indicated that it was like while cutting bread, like in the raccoon poem. But there's nothing that says that that has to be the origin of Fury's self-harm habit. I don't know. I kind of went. That's kind of what I went with. But it's interesting that Dev's going with that too. Anyway, there was just something so pleasingly tactile about it. And my arm was right there, shining the same color as the bread, untouched and smooth. And, and it just happened, I guess. I'm not sure what else to say. Sayori? Poor Yuri. Like, ever? Most embarrassing thing I'm saying is that. Well, probably it would be the time he brought a cake to confess to me when I already had a boyfriend. I don't know if embarrassing is the right word for that, but okay. But you already know about that? Instead, I'll tell you about another time from when we were really young? No. It happened when we were, like, what, 4 or something? Do not tell that story. So we were outside in his backyard. Monica, shut off the camera. I think Yuri would have to do that, right? And he started peeing on a tree just out in front of everyone and then whipped around and said, "You have to water the plants?" No, sorry. You have to water the plants. And on that note, go ahead, MC. Don't judge me. I was 4. Oh boy. Anyway, there really isn't that much drama around here. Mostly the girls just like to keep to themselves and they respect each other's boundaries. Yeah. It's definitely different than what I expected. You've seen the only real drama that's happened around here, and that's hardly any of their faults. So mostly I don't have to deal with any drama. In fact, mostly they help me handle my drama, so I'm really glad to have them around. Bro fist. And thanks for writing, Josh. Let's see the next email. For everyone, who's your favorite character from Avatar The Last Airbender? Huh. Which bending power would you have? Sorry for so many questions. What do you mean so many questions? You asked 2. Oh, but it's from Sawyer, so I guess it was from referring to the previous questions. Yeah, anyway. Favorite character? Yeah, that's hard to say. Different people for different reasons. I kind of like Toph just for her take no crap from anyone attitude, and just determination to prove herself. I guess I also kind of like Azula for she's just so casually sinister she is. I've said before, villains are fun to write, and just Azula's kind of a neat villain. I just like her introduction, her first scene where she's like like what was I was trying to remember how the line goes. Like one of her officers is reluctant to take the ship into the port for or further inland or something because they're afraid of getting dashed against the rocks, and she asks says something like who commands this ship, me or the rocks? Do you want to follow the orders from the rocks, or like who already decided to wreck the ship, or sorry, shoot, I'm butchering it. I don't remember something. She says something like, basically she threatens to throw him overboard, but she does it in a roundabout way. Like, have you? Are you following their orders or mine? I'm still mulling it over, or something like that. I don't know. It was. I'm messing it up. It was a good line. It was a great introduction to her character. Anyway, I'm rambling as usual. So I asked a question previously. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm gonna move on. Hmm. I actually don't know anything about Avatar. MC? Never seen it. Actually, been meaning to. Me either. I don't know I don't know what it is. Is it an anime? Palestine's God. Look it up. I was about to say, like, does this mean Dev hasn't watched that show? Like, what are you doing, Dev? Just go watch that show. It is amazing. I rewatched it not too long ago. It still holds up. It's just a good show. It works on many levels. It's got like a great characterization and story and plot twists and pacing and great world building and action sequences are neat. Like the whole like being able to use martial arts to conjure like telekinesis effects is kind of cool. Like they do Tai Chi stuff and then stuff moves. It's I don't know. Telekinesis is like my favorite superpower, so that aspect of it appeals to me. Elephant. Oh, Sayori's left the club. Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. That's right. We may not get there in time for the start of Act 2. Oops. We should watch Avatar every couple of years. Yeah, cool. Yeah, okay, so she's just left the club room. That means it's end of day 4, like Friday, which means there's still the depression talk, then the scene with either Yuri Inosuke, and then the confession, and then the festival day. So, I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Palestine's God, look it up. Give us a second, Sawyer. We're going to Google it. Alright, all set. Rapid fire answer mode. Iroh and energy bending. Okay. Yeah, he's a cool character too. He's yeah. He's just fun, and he's just this very like laid back Zen attitude to everything, but I'll still find the importance of finding enjoyment in the little things. Very Monica answer. Yeah. Saw for the first time recently. Very solid. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Katara, waterbending. Zuko and airbending. It is painful listening to these. Aang firebending. I'm trying to think how this. I'm just. Sorry, right now I'm overthinking people's reasons for their choices. I'm just gonna move on. Aang and firebending. Ty Lee and also waterbending for me. Yeah, Ty Lee's cool too. She's just this she's that very like Genki girl energy going on. She's just so happy and free spirited like constantly. Oh, hey! Juice Polydot, welcome to the stream. Hiya! Yeah, we're just doing the club meetings mod. We're into season 2. Answering emails from the public. Moving right along. And there you have it. Next, to Monica. Hello, I don't want to sound rude or anything, but don't you think your love for the player is irrational? But I mean, oh hey, there's some based emailer here. What I mean is there are millions of us there in the real world. You can't love us all, right? Because if what you love the most about us is being real, then none of us can really feel special for you doing so, correct? You love us because we exist. Who is it that you love, Monica? My dear, us? All of the people living in my world? Me? Someone you've never met? Or the idea of someone from the real world? With love, Egg. Yeah. The idea of someone from the real world. That's kind of what I imagine is the answer, but it's like this is going to require some introspection from Monica that she might not be ready for. I mean, she sounded like the extra scene from the end of season 1 made it sound like Monica was sort of on the verge of this kind of introspection, but she's not ready to let go. I don't want to sound rude or anything. Always a promising start to a conversation, yeah. Cool, cool. I remember this from last time. It's a really neat mod. It is indeed. It is a very neat mod. Confirmed. Mod is neat. But yeah. Shoot, what was I going to say? Yeah, like it's going to comment. Yeah, like Monica. I mean, Dev did kind of hint that Monica's going to be doing more of this introspection later on and reflect more on how healthy it is for her to be so obsessed with someone with this whole concept of the player thing. But you get the definite feeling she isn't willing to let go. Yeah, which no, you have to pronounce introspection incorrectly. That's a bit for the season. Oh, right. Introspection or something. I don't know. Did end up posting that Sayori analysis video and even made a Natsuki one too. Seems like people are enjoying. Okay. Sayori analysis video and Natsuki one. Okay. Cool. I don't know. Feel free to post a link if you in the chat if you like. Maybe I'll watch it later. I am curious now. Anyway, moving on. I need to get through this. Okay. I love you, Egg. Love is very often irrational, you know. That's part of what makes it special. And there's more to it than you just being real. You played the game. You stayed. And you're still here after everything. It's like bumping someone into the park and falling in love, really. Is that rational? Probably not, but it is love. And there are lots of instances of me, and one thing is always true, or almost always. I love the player, and that's you. Hopefully that answers your question. There you go. Let's move on to the next one. Hey everyone, how are you? I have a few questions, one for each of you, one for the club as a whole. Club, how do you feel about pineapple on pizza? I'm all for it. MC, what's your writing process? Sayori, favorite brand of sweets? Yuri, any new-ish books that you'd recommend? Natsuki, would you be willing to share another recipe? I liked the cookie recipe you showed. Yeah. It'd be neat if she did another mod like that. Yeah, another cooking show. Monica, since you've got access to the real internet now, have you ever thought of starting a social media account since you don't run at Lil Monix3? Thanks for reading. Also, in my humble opinion, Natsuki is best girl, totally not Tsundere. Have a good night/day. See ya, Price. Okay. I see you posted the videos there. I'm just gonna open these up and I'm gonna pause that.
Or upset.
Just pause. Quiet it. Freaking. Okay, there you go. Just so I can come back to those later. Anyway, yeah, thanks for sharing, Juice Polydot. Come back to those later. I need to use the washroom. I'm gonna just. I'll be right back. Here, maybe you can watch a bit of those videos. And I'm back again. Okay. Bookmark starts a social. Sorry, if Monica started a social media account, would we even know she was the Monica? There's quite a few Monica personas out there. Yeah. Yeah, fair question. Anyway, moving on. I'm not a big fan of pineapple on pizza, but I tolerate it. Hard pass. I hate it. Not a fan. I'm okay with it, but only with some crunchy vegetables, not the ham and pineapple kind. Ugh. You want to know what my writing process is, like just in general? Yeah. By the way, I'm not, not a fan of pineapple and pizza. I'm not a fan of combining sweet flavors with savory flavors in general. Some people love that. For some people, that's their thing. I don't know. It's not my thing. I can tolerate pineapple on pizza if I can pick the pineapple off and eat it separately. Anyway, moving on. You want to know my writing process, like just in general? Well, basically I sit down to write, and then I open an internet browser and waste a bunch of time. And I hope I get an idea. And then I feel guilty, and I try to write something. And then I reward myself for writing a couple of lines by wasting more time on the internet. And then I repeat until I'm done. I don't recommend using this process. Darn it. Why must you be so relatable, MC? How dare you? I take that personally. Seriously though, I have to get away from my computer if I'm going to write. Like, I have a phone which I type my stories into. If I'm sitting in front of my computer, I can't focus on the story because there are too many things to distract me on my computer. For whatever reason, I find it easier to focus when I'm on the phone, even though theoretically there are things that distract me there too. Anyway, moving on. Pineapple and pizza then? I don't really know if she had the Monica username in the Club Meets Discord. Yeah, right. Yeah. I don't really care about the brand, but there is a type of sweet I like best, and that is warm chocolate chip cookies with big chunks of melty chocolate, which are still kind of crunchy. Those are the best. Yeah. I lean more towards chewy cookies than crunchy cookies myself. Could be a sensory thing. Anyway, moving on. I've been reading The Wise Friend by Ramsey Campbell. I think I've mentioned his work before. It's quite good horror. I recommend it. Ramsey Campbell? I guess she has mentioned that before. At Monica Club News. I won't give you the recipe now price since I'd have to run through it super fast and that wouldn't do justice to it. But I will say this. Stay tuned. And thank you for your objectively correct opinions about me. They are tasteful and wise. Let's see. Well, I do have one, although I'm not sure I should share it. Oh, yeah? I'm on a Discord server for this piece of software where you're running and or watching. Kind of like my only way other than emails for people to interact. I've been kind of hesitant to mention it publicly since it's a really nice space and we curate the membership carefully. Yeah. Yeah, fair. Hey? What's the hey for? I mean, aside from horses. So if you come, be sure to behave, okay? Just email me at the lit.club.pres.monka@gmail.com address if you want to be let in. Make sure you behave if you stop by. But I look forward to talking with you on there if you're nice. Alright, time for one more question. What your favorite anime series for everyone? Love, Thori. Roll call answers, Spirited Away. Yeah, yes, good old Studio Ghibli. Discord server Monica. Yeah, oh yeah. Princess Mononoke. I haven't seen that one yet. Totoro. Kiki's Delivery. Sorry, was the question specifically about Studio Ghibli animes? Oh hey, we got a raid from Codair. Hey, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the raid code. This is raid. I think can't be your maid if I don't have a maid uniform. Codair. Rob with the quotes. Let's all just imagine the context that Code would be saying that in. I'm sorry. But yes, welcome Raiders. We're playing the Doki Doki Club Meetings mod for Doki Doki Literature Club. which code has already gone through. I know, I'm aware. So yeah, we're partway through season 2 now. Question was about favorite Ghibli. Yes, yeah. Rob always has quotes. I've noticed. Didn't even feel. I'm not even going to read that one. But yes, welcome Raiders. Thank you very much. I'm trying to kind of speed through this a bit. As much as I get so distracted easily. I get so easily distracted. You know what I mean. And I keep going off on tangents. But I kind of want to speed through this because there's another streamer who's playing DDLC for the first time, and they're getting close to Act 2, and I kind of would like to raid them before they get to Act 2, if possible. Screw the Literature Club, every single member. Screw it, 2021, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Kiki's Delivery Service. That was a cute one. Sorry, what was... Seriously, oh yeah, My Neighbor Totoro, yeah. Anyway, Sword of the Stranger. I'm not familiar with that one at all. And there you have it. Well, everyone, that's Club for today. Can you text me the poem topic later, Monica? Text it. Does she have to leave immediately? I need to get going. I have a thing that I need to do at home. Oh, that's slightly ominous. Wait, aren't they supposed to transfer presidential powers? Is this something that needs presidential powers to do? Since Sayori is currently president? Blind playthroughs, that's good stuff. I'll see how long I can stay after the raid. Okay. Yeah, right, if you need to leave, by all means. I mean, I know sometimes I'm tired after doing a stream. And that's something I don't say often enough when people raid me. I have to, because I've seen other streamers do that. They say, "Hey, if you need to go, by all means." It's it's easy to raid someone and then feel guilty about leaving. And I don't want to guilt you into saying no, you must stay. It's like sometimes you have to raid and run, and that's okay. See, with a more obscure pull. Saber 6 more hours. Okay. Huh. Should be 6 a.m. or sorry, 8 a.m. Oh wow, okay. Anyway, moving right along. Okay. Sure, but first, I move that Monica be reinstated as club president and Yuri as club secretary. Okay. Seconded. Any opposed? The motion carries. Oh. Monica looking unhappy about being made president again. What's that about? That's not her usual reaction. Yeah, I wonder what Yuri's got going on. Okay, thank you everyone. I'll see you all next week. Next time. Are you guys sure that it was a good idea to ignore her birthday? You know how she feels about it. Yeah, she thinks birthdays are stupid and likes to pretend they don't exist. Oh, is it Yuri's birthday? Is that what that was about? I guess there was mention of her birthday before. I always have a hard time believing it. I'm gonna do something. Are you sure? She gets a little touchy about having her family celebrated even. Yeah, I know, but it just doesn't feel right for us not to do anything. So, I think I'll make her a cupcake or something, on behalf of all of us. Of course. Just be careful giving it to her. Of course, on behalf of all of us. I'm sure, Natsuki. Very believable. It is in fact Yuri's birthday. Okay. Natsuki's gonna eat a chair with a Roblox gift card through Yuri's window. Could be a Natsuki thing to do. Anyway, and just be careful giving it to her. I will. Well, guess it's time for you guys to head back. Don't let me keep you guys. I've got to stick around and do student council stuff. But I'll see you later for the sleepover, right, Sayori? Yeah. You didn't say you were doing a sleepover at Monica's. That's awesome. Yeah, I was looking forward to it all day. But I was also dreading telling you since that means we can't spend time together tonight. You'll get plenty more chances to see me. Go have fun with Monica. I will. Good. I'm glad you seem to be feeling a little less numb now. Okay, we really must go. Can't be late to student council stuff. Bye, guys. We should get going too, Bun. You have an appointment to keep before you go to Monica's appointment. Yeah. Got you $35,000 worth of bucks? Oh, okay. Oh no. the minor key of the Play With Me song. That's fitting for the student council scene. An appointment, hee hee. Yeah, which kind of appointment are we talking about here? Anyway, moving on. And I'm just not sure how we justify this. The Literature Club has a space, which is fine, even if it is a large one for a 5-person club. But it also got a whole block of time at the festival as though it were a large club. True. And it receives funding which we usually don't extend to smaller clubs, but we do because it is academic in nature. At 1/3 the rate that we would be entitled to under the usual academics club rules as a compromise. Yes, but now is the time for the student council to re-evaluate these compromises. And finally, you have no advisor, which is quite extraordinary for any club. Oh no, is this about to turn into a way to bring Ida back in? Which is because all we do is create and share literature volitionally. We don't get credit for anything we do, and that is also very unusual for an academic club. We also have never required an advisor. We take good care of our space, do not cause any issues for the school, and are quiet and productive. Monica, no one is disputing that. We're just trying to figure out how we can justify treating you so differently from other clubs. You've been granted a lot of special privileges, which I feel are fair and minor given our unique nature. If you feel some of them need to be revisited, that's fine, but major changes to our arrangement would be unfair and disruptive. And I have to warn you, doing something like stripping funding or imposing an advisor that might lead to the student council ending up making more concessions in other areas to the literature club rather than less. Is this an implied threat? Character notes present, Monica, but more ambitious and slightly more insecure? VP intense and kinda aggro? Oh, okay. Treasurer mostly an aw shucks kind of guy? Secretary well-meaning friendly guy? Oh, okay. Are these character cues I should be using for giving the voices? Well, darn. I mean, it's a bit late now. Legal threat? Huh. Present VP are women, Treasury and Secretary are men? No, just fun character notes? Hey, it's good to know about the characters as you're writing them, so... Anyway, moving on. The council briefly confers. Well, the application's review deadline is in 2 days. As to the space request, that at least will be granted. You can continue to occupy the same space. As you say, the Literature Club has always taken good care of it, and used it well, but we're going to hold the funding for now, until the final budget review in a few weeks. Uh-oh. She uses specific wording? Yeah, true. And, you know, the developer of this mod is a lawyer, so they know all about legal matters. We'll let you know then what we decide about that and other Literature Club issues. Author avatar, yeah. Very well. Sorry to take up so much of your time. I know I'm a bit of a headache. Not at all. We hope that the Literature Club continues to enrich its members. Of course. Well, that was a pain. Bet you're all a little bet you're a little worried, aren't you, Tormuse? Nah, you're fine. Trust me, they are going to try and mess with us in a few weeks. I know them. Don't worry. I have a plan. Now, Monica's being ominous. And that's basically the situation. I'm hoping we can find a way to make him up, make up a little bit of credit. She's talking to Mr. Williams, presumably. DLC Legal Edition. Monica always has a plan. Yeah. Maybe by remediating some of his literature essay grades somehow. Yeah. So yeah, presumably she's talking about Kenzo at the moment, and finding a way to insert both him and herself back into the plot of this mod. Get those OCs back in the game. Well, I'm open to the idea, but it needs to be something compelling. Honestly, he'll only get this chance because I feel he just hasn't been inspired to apply himself. What'd you have in mind? Well, as you know, the school has a literature club. It does. I've talked to Monica a few times. She seems like a bright girl. Yes, she is. And I was thinking perhaps she and the rest of the club might help Kenzo appreciate literature a bit more. And then maybe you could write up a few book reports or poem analyses or something like that. Yeah, that sounds fine. But only so long as the existing club members are alright with it. I don't want to intrude upon an enrichment experience for them just to remediate a student. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, fair. uh, you can AI study law, insert a DDLC Monica legal advice mod? Oh no, that can go wrong in so many ways. Do not take legal advice from an AI. Yeah, exactly. DDLC Doki Doki Legal Counsel. Yeah, which DDLC or DDLC for short. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll talk to Monica and make sure makes sure her club members are all right with it. I think that's make sure, perhaps. She just misspoke, of course. But if they are, it sounds like you're all right with it. Sure, it sounds like a good idea. Great. Depends on the knowledge of the AI. Oh, hey, yeah. So it really was a therapy session, not the other kind of appointment. Ah, you must be MC. That's me, how'd you know? The way Sayori smiles at you. She thought you might be able to help her with something we've been working on. Or rather, I asked her to bring in a more objective third party to help us if she wanted. She has trouble getting clear perspective on herself sometimes, as I'm sure you know. I sure do. Let's start with the short term. What are your most immediate concerns aside from the obvious overall problem? Yeah. This sort of half makes me wonder if Sayori told Monica she had to go home to change as an excuse to go to the therapy appointment instead. Although she did change. So, Useless warning Sunday? Oh, presumably you're talking about the other stream I was thinking of rating. Emotional healing. Yeah, she's finally getting therapy. Hooray! Almost to the end for... Yeah. Anyway, what are the most immediate concerns aside from the obvious overall problem? Well, her medication seems to be working a bit strangely on her. She's just kind of a neutral zombie for most of the day. She loosens up a little bit later on, but most of the time she just seems numb. It's not that bad, is it? I mean, I have no frame of reference, but I'd say it's pretty bad. Again, 1 week, MC, come on, just chill out for a bit. Saying it's pretty bad feels like it's overstating it. I think one week is too early to say it's pretty bad, but I don't know. I have my opinions about antidepressant medications, and they're backed up by science. I mean, I said it earlier, but for the benefit of people who just came in, like from the raid and stuff, I talked at length about like my experience with antidepressants earlier in the stream, and yeah, they take time to build up in the system, and there tends to be some fluctuation in your mood before it stabilizes. So the fact that Sayori's been on antidepressants for 1 week, it's too early. It is too early for MC to be saying it's pretty bad. Like, give it time, dude. Come on. Anyway, moving on. That seems interesting. Sayori was really minimizing the effect it was having on her. Well, she said she was glad not to be feeling any pain or bad depression. I think maybe she likes where she is with the numbness and doesn't want to change. And what do you think? Well, she's got to feel things sometime, you know? Even for healthy people, you got to go through some mental pain. And that's true. Is this all right? It seems kind of weird to be talking about Sayori to her therapist with her here. It does feel a bit weird, truthfully. Not wearing pants anymore. Good here, 2023. Great. Thanks for sharing. Anyway, well, of course, you won't be here all the time, but it would help me and her immensely to hear third parties' views from time to time about her life. Yeah, my therapy sessions haven't had third party people involved. I don't know. I mean, I I guess different therapists have different strategies. Yeah. Like, I'm even if Sayori's having no reaction to this, I'm slightly concerned about MC like pushing this point so hard in front of her. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Oh well, moving on. I mean, sorry, it's just considering how hard it was to get Sayori to consider therapy in the first place. Like, I'm a little annoyed at MC for pushing back on it. Well, no, he isn't pushing back on the therapy. He's pushing back on the medication just because he had a tiny bump in the road 1 week in a process which is by definition should be taking several weeks. You know, like MC, just chill, okay? It's okay. Give it time. Just relax. It's only been a week. It's only been a week. Anyway, moving on. Over the course of her treatment and her battle with her illness, she's a very brave, strong young woman, but even she needs allies. You and I are two of those allies, and occasionally I think we should help each other to help her. Don't you? Yeah, that makes sense. So, Sayori, I definitely think we need to adjust your prescription just a bit. It's having a somewhat stronger effect than we expected, and... ... fade to black. And what's Yuri got going on now? Yuri seems aggravated. There are sounds of laughter and noise coming from elsewhere in the house. Oh, did her family have a party for her and she's not liking it? It's only been a week, relax me, 1 week after school begins. Oof, yeah. By the way, this might be random to bring up now, but remember how you said that the case in my stream would be easy to clear up once the bodies were checked? Turns out that they had another dead body in the extra train car that was waiting in the station, so the count would have matched. Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, yeah, we were talking about the murder mystery game that Code was playing in the stream last week. Yeah, okay. Straight from the beginning. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Hey, I mean, like I said, I mean, I came into that in the middle of it. I was just. It just struck me as being a like, how could this plan possibly work kind of moment. Anyway, moving right along. Need some time to myself. Knock, knock. What now? Harry opens the door. There's a small, palm-sized cardboard box on the entry with a small card attached. Yuri picks it up and reads the card. Natsuki, know you hate your birthday. We didn't want to intrude, but it was the least we could do. Natsuki, P.S. This is from all of us, not just me. That's cute. Oh, Natsuki, you're the only person who could get away with this. Natsuri confirmed. No, I'm kidding. Or am I? That is cute though. It's wholesome. Natsuki is texting. Hang on, someone else is texting. Sorry, I forgot the poem topic, everyone. Mythological gods are heroes. Okay, sorry. Goral, not a problem. So, anyway, yeah, just left it there. Who knows what she thinks. I'm sure she loved it, babe. She sure seems like a good friend. Yeah, she is. She's really smart and nice. Stand-up kind of person who's always there for other people. Well, if you love her so much, why don't you marry her? Because I'm straight? I know. Too bad. Sounds like you two get along really well. Natsuki and the blush. Not kidding, Natsuki confirmed. Yeah. Yeah. Time to Photoshop Yuri's face so her mouth is close to her eyes? I think somebody did that already. So somebody posted an image of that or the other day in the other server. You probably don't remember you being in my chat when I played some DDLC lots a while back. Oh yeah. Common Goral win, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Well, maybe when you get older. Plenty of people here seem to be discovering new things about themselves. Or I could just stick with the boys because they are cute. Yeah, giant pain in the ass though. This is true. Good talk. Lol. Doing okay, babe? Anything you need to talk about? No, I'm good. Thanks for talking to me all these nights. Helps to have a sanity check outside my friends, and Dad's not exactly emotionally available right now. Not bad. Glad we get to talk too. I'll always be here if you need me. Aw. Gets along with her sister. And now we get to the Sayori and Monica sleepover. So he says I should still be able to numb the depression without numbing everything else. And that would be really nice. And it sure would. I'm really happy that you're getting help. You seem to be doing really well. I wouldn't say well, but I think I'm starting to do a little better. And how are things going with MC? Are things going well with him? This is blushing here. Yeah, it's really dangerous feeling. There's at least 12 TDC streams chats, yeah. Like Monica's house? Yeah. Because I hope it's everything I ever dreamed it would be, but that's what makes it dangerous. Oh. Missing apostrophe and that's... but she probably just said it weird. That's what makes it dangerous. It feels like a trap. I'm looking at the low-res accessories on that shelf. Oh, great. Oh, yeah. Now you're making me focus on them. Oh, well. It is a trap. It's all there is. It's all there to make it hurt more when it falls apart. Which it will. And you will make it fall apart. You will break it because you're an idiot. Sayori, you okay there? Yeah, sorry. Actually, can I tell you? Of course. Tell me about anything. Well, just then after I talked about MC, my depression just kicked in real bad. It just felt like... I don't know, that it was inevitable that we'll break apart somehow, and I already know for sure that it will be my fault when we do. Sayori, none of that is true. I think you're much more likely to stay together than break apart, and you have to stop thinking of everything as your fault. I know that's compulsive for you because of the depression, and I know it's silly for me to suggest strategies for you. You've been battling this way longer than I've known about it. I just hope you have the power to tell yourself that you're worthy of love. God, that sounds cheesy. No, I get it. And thanks. I've actually had a lot easier time getting through things because of your help. Sometimes it's like you know when my depression is bad and you know when to snap me out of it. Yeah, I do that sometimes. Thanks. She said doo-doo. Yes, that's what makes it dangerous. And also that's the thing, that's his missing an apostrophe, yeah. 72p peaker, 71p, yeah. I'm the same person. Anyway, moving on. Thanks for putting up with me being silly and helping me with MC and for everything. You've been a really good friend. Aw. You have been too. Except for that moment when you lobotomized me, anyway. Thanks for making me face the real truth about myself and helping me realize the value of everything we had. And for helping me reconstitute reality. Of course. Just a couple of buds living in the shattered universe they put back together. Hehe. So, now, back to the really important stuff. Why don't you tell me exactly how well things have been going with you and MC? What do stairs look like? Oh, the Minecraft quote. I get it. Yeah. Man, I just got the weirdest shiver. Are his ears burning now? That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to email Monica your questions for the club at lit.club.prez.monica@gmail.com. And of course, please check the credits. Credits. We've read this before. See you next week. And I guess that's it. Hooray! Hey, we got through the session. I don't know where the that other stream. They are probably Act 2. Yeah, we're gonna rate them anyway. We are. Let me just pull them up real quick. We're gonna raid not AJ. Sorry, how do you pronounce that? Not AJ LaFond, I guess. They're playing. They got. Damn ads. They got their girlfriend to play DDLC for the first time. Oh, they're still in the weekend scene. They're with Yuri. Okay, so they haven't got to Act 2 yet. But yeah. So it's a non-binary streamer who is with their girlfriend. And the girlfriend does not know what's coming. She does not know that's a horror game. So she's going to be surprised. And yeah, we rated them last week, and yeah, we're gonna rate them again, and give her a good send off into Act 2, because they're getting close. They're it looks like they're at near the beginning of the weekend scene with Yuri. So yeah, they're getting there. They're getting there. Anyway, I shall use my DLC knowledge to not spoil. Yes, please don't spoil anything for it. I mean, just generally, spoilers generally suck, but especially in DDLC for first time player, they suck. So it's all about the surprise. Everyone continues to don't spoil anything. Probably goes without saying, but still, yeah, yes, exactly. What code said? Kind of. Ding us a doorbell? I mean, you can if you want. I don't know. Should we come up with a raid message? Like, should we come up with something to say when we come in? I know sometimes people do that when they raid. I never really think about that sort of thing. Since last month, yeah, I've noticed. It's a custom one, yeah. Raid message equals Rob's message. Sure. Yeah, you know what? Really, just say whatever you want. No specific message. I'm just gonna go and raid them. Anyway, let's see. Okay, raid channel. There you are. Not AJ LaFond. How many people we got raiding here? 9 viewers ready to raid. Hey, we got a appreciable raid here. Thank you everyone for watching. It's a good stream. Yeah, neat stuff. The couples game that Natsuki played, that was kind of neat. I liked that. So that was cool. Another good episode. Yeah, I'm going to continue tomorrow. Not exactly sure at what time, 100%. But I'll figure it out. I'm bad at planning these things. But yeah, that's all for now. Until next time.